Chris on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. We got 4 full hours with you today, but not a lot of time to mess around. We have a lot to get done. Alden Gonzalez. I like to call him Alden. Sometimes I even call him, Hernandez?
Dylan
Hernandez. Yeah, I call him Dylan Hernandez instead of Alden Gonzalez.
Have you done that? I don't think I've heard
Not
you
to
do that.
him,
Oh, okay.
but I think in this room I have.
Okay.
This is, I've just decided that with the age thing, you just start messing up names after a while. Because I think so many names get in there.
I have no hope then because
you're already struggling.
Lots of names. So.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be Alden Gonzalez talking baseball. We got a lot to talk about. All of the free agents that have, that are out there now. And obviously the Padres situation, and certainly Alden was there at the World Series. We'll get some of his final thoughts on all of that. That's coming up at 2:40 this afternoon. San Diego State football, we're pretty fortunate today before they leave for Hawaii to have their outside. I call him an All-American. I mean, he was that close to being an All-American last year. Trey White, defensive end, edge rusher. I don't think they don't call you that anymore, right? You're not a defensive end. You're an edge.
He's just a problem.
But he's just, if you got to block him, forget about it. He eats quarterbacks for lunch. Trey White was leading the nation for a long time last year.
I heard
in
that
sacks.
one a long time. He eats quarterbacks for lunch.
I think he does. Whoever the Hawaii quarterback is, you better know where Trey White is. Let's put it that way. So he's going to join the show in the 4:00 hour today. We're fired up about that. Aztecs basketball opened with a win last night. I think everybody's pretty happy about it. But I'm probably a little too harsh. And I'll tell you what I thought about the game here as we go along.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
It's game 1.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. I'm probably a little too harsh. I have such high expectations that this team is going to go, 38-0 and, be ahead by 20 points the entire game, every game. But, 77 to 43. So that there's nothing to be upset about. We'll talk about that. But
what?
I'll tell you.
You told me I argue myself out of things. You just argued yourself out of it.
I didn't. If I was Coach Brian Dutcher after that game last night, or if I was Dave Velasquez or any of those guys, I'd be almost happy that the game turned out like it did because we won easy. But I think I got a lot of stuff I can look at on the film. That's what I mean.
Are we going to get into this?
All right,
later?
well, just get into it now.
We might as well.
Just get into it now. Their offense in the first 10 minutes of the game was a disaster. They didn't know where to go. They weren't running it. They were smooth, totally discombobulated. It wasn't smooth at all. And they were turning the ball over. They weren't getting good shots. And I think 9 or 10 minutes into the game, they'd only scored about 8 points. So it was just a really slow start. Now, you come to find out, DeGorville started. He went out early with 3 fouls. Newman ended up hitting his head somewhere along the line. He came out of the game. Obviously, Reese Dixon-Waters didn't play at all. Guath didn't play at all. So maybe it was understandable with all of the little things that happened throughout the game that they couldn't find a good rhythm for quite a while. Yeah, so that was my only thing. I was watching that. I'm like, come on, guys, let's make it look like we know what we're doing out here.
It was ugly for the first 10, but I think that should be expected, right?
Okay.
You're missing one of the guys who starts, at least who has been in practice and starting, up to this point. The 3 fouls. I just think these guys were super up and probably overly excited for this game because a lot of the fouls were. They were in good position. It wasn't like they were reaching. It was just they were overly aggressive,
a little too
times.
much.
And I think they settled in as I expected it to, and just gradually separated themselves and ran.
I mean, I saw Miles Bird throw in a 3-pointer from about half court, and I was like, "That's the good news." The bad news is I don't want him to fall in love with that.
He shot the ball well,
but he shot it pretty well.
Yeah.
The 2 freshmen really played really well. Harrington made a dunk that was, you can't put it to an NBA level, Tony, but when you're coming down the lane and you take one step past the free throw line and then hang and then slam it down.
I would say that's why.
not bad.
I would say that's why you can put it on an NBA
that's
level.
Not bad.
That's not a collegiate move.
For a freshman to go in with a dunk like that, and the other kid Simmons is just a tough.
He's a grown man.
He's a tough kid to handle. He is
a grown man down there.
So all right, never mind. I changed my mind. They were fantastic last night in every way.
I'm glad you got there.
Yeah, I got around to it finally. Thank you. So yeah, Aztec basketball 1-0. All right, here's what I wanted to open with, but it's okay. Tony.
Yes, sir.
You got 106 days left of freedom, my friend.
No way.
That's it?
It is so close. They announced the start of spring training today.
What's the date?
February 20th. Of course, you play the Mariners. You know, that's the annual kickoff luncheon, game against the Mariners on February 20th. So you got 106 days of freedom, and then day 107.
That's a Friday.
You're back in the booth with Jesse, and it'll be another season will be upon us.
That's a Friday. That likely means I have to be there a week before.
Probably
that.
so. Yeah, we're going to see.
February 13th.
Does that mean we're not going to get to spend Valentine's Day together again?
That's exactly what that
is.
That's
too bad.
That's exactly what that is.
All right. Well, anyway, the Padres, the schedule's out. I think tickets, if you want to go down to spring training, going to go on sale about a month from now, December 8th. You'll be able to get tickets and go down to spring training. But, it seems like we obviously just made the last out there against the Cubs. But, it's always the one thing that keeps every fan going is that there's another season, right? It's not like baseball or any other sport's ever going to announce the final season and your last chance. So, you're going to get another one. And it's going to start before we know it there on February the 20th. Also, before we get too much more into the meat of the show,
who we didn't mention was Miles Heide.
And you thought, okay, he deserved a little love because he helped them break it open a little bit.
Yeah, he was the one that kind of got it going.
You're right.
That slow start. I can see the depth that kind of. It's not in full form yet, but you can see it in last night's game. I know it was Long Beach State, but you can see how it could get to
when they just keep coming at you,
man.
And I thought also, Tony, one thing I did realize in a very positive vein watching the game was that they closed the first half on like a 20-4 run.
Yeah,
they closed the second half strong, which tells me that your depth is wearing a team out by the end of the half.
100%. They did a great job, kind of just as I said, staying with it and wearing that team down, and that score indicates the wear down.
Remember, we will have our biggest fan again today. 5:30, we'll announce today's biggest fan. If you're not signed up yet for your chance to qualify for a night with 20 of your friends in the Odyssey Suite at a Padre game, and the fan staff will all be there. So if you haven't done this yet, make sure you get registered. Go to 973thefansd.com/biggest fan, and then. In fact, do it now because who knows? Your name could be pulled out of the hopper at 5:30 today. The only way that'll happen though is if you get registered. So if you haven't registered, please take care of that. We'll announce today's winner at 5:30. Skraby,
yes.
How did things go last night after Potato Chip Gate? Anything?
Oh, Potato Chip Gate.
Were you okay?
I was okay.
Did the evening go all right?
Yes, I was okay, but taught me something about Brooke.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't learn anything about yourself?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's a great point.
Don't ever trust her with my chips.
Don't ever trust her with your chips.
He did not learn anything about himself.
She said after, she was like, man, I just don't want people to think I'm mean. And I'm like, you're fine, but you don't ever steal my chips again.
Pretty much you're fine, but you're fine this time.
Yes.
Is the way he said it.
That was at 4:20 yesterday. We talked about
if you want to go back and hear the story of how Brooke, offered nicely to bring Skraby a sandwich, and
in which he complained about it not actually being dinner, but
that's right.
I didn't say it to her at the time.
You didn't say it out loud. That was just a thought in your head.
Yes, and
okay.
You know what, guys? I've learned a little bit.
You have learned something
in the last 7 months. I think I've learned a little bit.
Okay.
That is sometimes I don't need to say what I want to say.
You know what's great? That's a valuable lesson there, friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just better left.
Hey, Skraby, I'm going to send you a picture of me doing this.
What is that for?
Biting my tongue. Learn how to do it.
Please don't send me that picture.
Well, I won't send you that one.
Send me that picture.
But learn it, live it, and love it.
Well, if
you want to stay in love, learn it, live it, and love it.
If I said sandwiches are dinner, that would have caused well, what do you want for dinner? I didn't have anything better.
Wise.
So I went with that.
I'm glad that's maturity. You've shown a little bit
Thank
there.
you.
But anyway, Brooke ate his potato chips before she delivered the sandwich. So that's how that went.
Oh, and by the way,
I did check in with Lori Ello on that one.
Oh, what did Lori say?
And surprisingly, Lori,
she was on your side.
She agreed with you.
Oh,
she thought that eating the potato chips after promising to bring them, and Lori's first question was the same question I had. If she ate them in the store while she was waiting, why didn't she just buy another bag?
Because the line was long.
Yeah, well, that's not.
And
I
wouldn't have waited in the line either.
Wow.
She did tell me after.
You wouldn't have waited either.
For another bag of chips, no. I would have just gone to a gas station and replaced those chips, and everything would have been fine.
You would have replaced them, though.
I would have replaced them because I'm a nice human being that cares.
Okay.
But you know what's funny is she goes,
"Excuse me, who are you and what have you done with the real Matt Skraby?"
She said, "Miss Vicky's isn't at Board and Brew.
It's not Miss Vicky's. I saw
it's dirty chips.
Dirty chips."
And I said, "Well, that's great. I don't know because you ate them."
She threw the alley-oop.
You're double down.
You just
very silly.
Okay.
Very silly. All right. Padres still looking for a manager. They and the Rockies are the only two holdouts in that regard. Free agency is underway in baseball. Padres obviously have some holes to fill, especially at starting pitcher. One of those will not be Shane Bieber. He decided today to stay with the Toronto Blue Jays. They picked up the $16 million option. Chris Sale, not going anywhere either. He'll stay
18.
with the Atlanta Braves for 18. All right, so that's kind of the beginnings of the day. We'll get it rolling here. Full force after our first quick timeout. Gwynn and Chris, welcome to it. Happy Wednesday, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, gang.
Happy hump day, everyone. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Aztecs got off to a fantastic start. 1-0 on the year.
I didn't think so until
we had to discuss it.
We
had to talk it out.
me away. Yeah,
had to talk it out. Next game Sunday or Monday?
Fair enough that I'm not sure.
Idaho State, right?
Yeah, Idaho State. I'll look real quick, but I don't know it offhand.
Yeah. So I want to say it's. I got the schedule right here. Let's see. November 9th. What is that? Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday game.
Sunday, 2 p.m.
Okay.
Down
afternoon affair.
Yeah, a little VS Arena down there.
A matinee, as it were.
Major League Baseball. Chris mentioned it. Padres, rather quiet on their managerial hire.
Yeah.
Rather quiet on some of the other businesses.
Everybody else today found out that Victor Rodriguez is leaving to be the Astros hitting coach. We all knew that yesterday, but we were only the second people to know it. Some guy in the chat beat everybody to it.
Yeah.
Skraby's still mad at that.
He was quite irritated.
You know what? Actually, I've accepted it.
No, don't accept that.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So get over it, man.
Now they're going to do it just to spite you.
Oh, yeah, for sure now.
Kind of you set that up for yourself.
Well, I do appreciate when they break news, because sometimes when Dylan Cease gets traded, I'm not paying attention. The chat tells me.
Yeah, that happens. Couple things. You know, this time of year, different publications start coming out with the needs and the lists. And so we've seen some free agency lists come out here in recent days. Today, I believe it was ESPN, had a kind of a needs of all 30 teams. And I don't think it's...
We're talking baseball.
Yeah. Major League Baseball.
Really?
Padres,
they took time to address the needs of the Rockies, huh?
Well, yeah, I didn't even go to that.
I was going to say, that was a
tab.
long paragraph. I'm sure.
I know what they said.
That could have got ugly.
It said biggest needs. It said, no joke, everything.
Did they really just say
I'm serious.
That? Yeah. Starting with
the owner.
A new owner, yeah. I was going to say something silly, but it wouldn't have been good.
Better
that I didn't.
Had to check yourself there for a second.
Better that I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, and Skraby's not lying. It literally says everything.
Yeah.
So, but the Padres, on the other hand, I think no one would be surprised on what their biggest needs were. It was a manager and starting pitching. And, Dylan Cease, free agent. Michael King, free agent. Now, I will say, and I don't know if anybody else felt like this, looking at Michael King's projected numbers in this whole deal, 3 years, 75 was his projected contract.
Sign him tomorrow, then. Let's go.
100%.
We can't, man. We can't wait around.
That's to me is good news. On the flip side of that, Cease was, I believe, 6 years, 175. So
isn't that? Let me see.
He's about just under 25. 30. Yeah. He's about 25 short on King's side, right? If you expanded his 75 out to another 3 years.
Here's what I love the projected thing, and that's great. But isn't your projection really what anybody's willing to pay? Right? If one team says, we think Michael King is 3 years, 150 million,
100%.
Then the Padres are going to have to come up with 3 years, 151 million if they want to keep him. Right.
Yeah, no. So that's why the projections things are nice, so funny.
But
no doubt about it. I think everybody is on the same page as it pertains to the Padres and the needs they have. A couple names. I mean, that Shane Bieber name. I thought that. I guess it didn't surprise me the way he finished the year in Toronto after getting traded from the Guardians. Probably had a pretty good experience. But that's one name off the board. Chris Sale. They had his option picked up. Another name off the board, but I still think this pitching class is going to be pretty decent. Even if you're not at the very tip top of the type of guys you're going to bring in.
They're going to find somebody. I mean, look, they're not crazy. They know that Joe Musgrove coming back from injury and Nick Pivetta is not make a starting rotation. And I know that Randy Vasquez right now, we're all saying, hey, we're good. Yeah, well, we weren't good pretty much the entire season with Randy Vasquez. I don't know that Mike Schilt was ever really good with him. He never let him pitch more than 6 innings. I don't think he had a lot of confidence in him. I think we had more confidence than he did. But, yeah, I like Vasquez. He's trending up. but he's not guaranteed. JP Sears hardly engenders any confidence. And really your fifth starter at the moment, if you just didn't add anything, would be Matt Waldron, unless you want to move Morejon to a starter.
I'll say this in regards to Vasquez. It's kind of part of the deal if you're going to develop a pitcher, right? I mean, he has to be given room to kind of develop. And I thought the last 2 years, I think it's played out pretty good for Randy. He's been able to have opportunity, I think quite a bit of opportunity starting. And I think he got better. And I think the idea is that you're hoping that he takes another step forward, because you could see him if he takes another step forward, he's going to be a factor in, the top half of that rotation. And so I think the Padres feel pretty good about what they've seen from Vasquez. They do want to see him continue to get a little sharper and be on that type of field. You got Zach Gallen as a free agent. I believe what's my man who looks like a Wookiee from something about
Kelly.
Merrill Kelly. Yeah. He's a free agent.
He's also Yu Darvish's age, or
is he that
he's
old?
36, I think.
Well, Darvish is 39, about to be 40,
yeah. When Darvish signed the contract, he was 36.
Got you. I mean, you don't have to be a long term. Listen, you're trying to fill out.
What was his name again?
Merrill.
I don't know why I just forgot it. Okay.
What was his name again?
37. He's 37. He turns...
Okay, that can happen to me. That should not happen to you.
It's been a long day.
Shota Imanaga, another one out on the free agent list.
Let's talk about that one.
Do we have enough time?
We have a minute.
We got time.
Okay.
How much longer do we need? Skraby brought it up, and I think it's an interesting thing that he brought up in our chit-chatting this afternoon, or your guys' chit-chatting. I read it. You guys go back and forth all day. But is Shota Imanaga a marketable player because he's Japanese? I think,
because this was the point he was making yesterday with Shohei.
The Dodgers not only got a great player in Ohtani, but they got a great marketing tool in Ohtani because of the Japanese following. But would the following be the same here as it is the Asian population here? And is it comparable to Los Angeles? Or are you talking about just the worldwide interest in Imanaga? Because I doubt the worldwide interest in him is anywhere close to what Ohtani is.
No one's going to touch Ohtani in those terms.
He's going to be in a different stratosphere.
But you also have, you got to think Yamamoto is now a king over there. He just won World Series MVP. The Dodgers, and I'm not doing this to be a Dodger thing, really they have all the marketable players.
Shota's a two-time All-Star? Did he make it last year as well?
No, I think he was hurt last year.
Okay, so he was All-Star this year. And I think, look at it in terms of if a Japanese business wants to do business with the Padres because Shota is on the team. I'm not saying that
it's only one. Yeah, last year was his first
All-Star. One. I don't know. That's the second time in a row we've heard.
I don't think anyone else can hear this.
Okay. Anyway, it was interesting that Skraby was talking about it yesterday, and then Shota Imanaga becomes a.
I hope can
you hear that?
Chat, can you hear that, because it is weird.
Chris, can you hear that, or is that
hear
just
what?
Me?
Okay.
Are you joking?
I heard you say, "Are you joking?" Which is surprising for me.
Oh, they hear it.
They do hear.
Yeah.
What do they hear?
All right, I'm not crazy.
Chris can't hear it, apparently.
Everybody, this is what I deal with. The entire county of San Diego can hear it, except for the guy who has headphones in his ears.
Anyway,
it was like a dog whistle.
I thought that
dog whistle.
Yeah, it was.
We're clearly not going to talk anymore baseball.
I know.
No, I think all of the money.
Okay, I heard that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, did you put that in just to make me look bad?
Oh, someone's asking if you're having stomach issues, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But anyway.
Well, what?
That is so
all right,
weird.
That was uncalled for, I think.
What is happening?
They're saying that Chris might be tooting.
No, that's not a toot.
Get out of here. What?
That's not a toot.
Chris, don't do that on the air, man.
Let's get some break.
We're going to come back to this Shota Imanaga thing.
What is going on?
I don't understand even where any of this is coming from, but
actually, you know what you should do? Ask Alden.
He's up next.
Yes.
On Gwynn and Chris.
What a finish.
Ben and Woods.
my stomach behavior over here.
It's not a joke.
Turn his microphone off, or turn your own microphone off. All right, that's not even comical. It's just,
I think there's many people laughing right now.
Yeah, it's just flat out mean. Just flat out mean, trying to stick it on the old guy and say that he's, having issues.
Skraby.
I'll tell you one thing I'm gonna do. After I wring your neck, I'm gonna go wring JR's neck in our engineering department for having that sound even show up.
By the way, I think JR would beat you up. He's a tall gentleman.
He's got a long reach.
He does. And he seems like he would be a guy.
You know what I would do?
I don't know if he beat you.
I want you guys to watch the video of the Inter Miami soccer player who did the back heel kick to the Nashville guy right in the family jewels during the match the other night.
What is wrong with Suarez?
Did you see it?
So this is the dude.
His name is Suarez.
That earlier spit on a dude. Remember, he's had a problem with spitting on people.
It's crazy.
He got suspended earlier in the year in a kind of a melee that took place.
Oh, and he was trying to be stealth yesterday, or in the match, because it was way away from the ball. In fact, the official didn't even see it. He got no yellow card, no red card, but he has been suspended for a game, which is a big game.
Game 3, I believe.
Game 3 coming up. And if you see the video, he just runs by a guy. The guy is kind of behind him to the right, and Suarez does a back heel kick like a horse and just catches him right in the jewels.
You ever seen
That's mean, man.
You ever seen Delirious?
John Candy?
No,
no.
Eddie Murphy, stand-up.
Oh, no. Oh, the stand-up.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's in the beginning of the stand-up. It's Eddie Murphy as a little kid, and he's talking to. He's like kind of doing stand-up in front of his family as a little kid, and he goes such and such, and he kicked him in the ding ding, and that's that's exactly what Suarez did.
That's better than the family jewels, maybe.
I'm watching.
Although whoever he kicked didn't feel too happy about the ding ding or anything.
Suarez is
he was just getting his footing, guys.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he got kicked out of a World Cup for spitting on somebody. Like he's a notorious actor in these type of ways.
I don't know how you can ever try to get away with anything now with all these cameras everywhere. So, all right, but that's what I'm going to do to JR if he doesn't get this sound fixed. So you're on notice, JR.
Will you stop attacking JR?
Well, I'm attacking anybody who's putting me in a position for you to tell everybody that I'm passing gas.
I didn't tell anyone. The chat surmised it.
You're like
the chat surmised it.
Hate the chat.
Oh man,
chat, I love you.
It's hard for me to go on after this situation.
Well, you're gonna have to, because we're calling Alden in a second.
Alden Gonzalez will join us here shortly. All right, that's good. I'll get on to this. And did you not put the read in here? Oh my goodness gracious, I don't see it. That has got to be a mistake on your part. Yes, it is.
It ended today.
Oh.
No, it didn't.
You forgot to put it in there.
Guys, I have
it's not in there at all. 1 point for Skraby.
I have a long Wednesday and Thursday, so you're gonna have to forgive me.
But
that's fine. We can forgive you, but you're giving up that point, though.
You start giving up the point because I can't read the Dr. Shapiro hotline right now.
Dr. Shapiro
or Attorney Shapiro. You better read it, pal.
All guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. You're right, Chris. Dr. Shapiro. I will be better.
Did you say you love that guy?
No, I don't like the name Dr. Shapiro for some reason.
All right.
I like David Shapiro.
Yeah, Alden will be on with us. We got a lot of baseball to discuss. I got to see who he thinks the Padre manager is going to be. I'm curious what he knows, if anything.
Alden was the first one on the Pujols interview the first time around.
Yeah, so. Alden's usually pretty on it. I also want to see how he categorizes the Dodgers. So that'll be is he calling in?
I'm calling him right now.
Oh, you're calling him right now.
It would also be interesting to see if he thinks 6 years, $175 million for Dylan Cease is wild or not.
All right.
I'm telling you, it's not wild. Just trust me. It's not wild.
I trust you.
Michael King 3 for 75 is kind of wild to me. I thought it would be much, much more.
We mentioned Bieber staying with the Jays. Sale is staying with the Braves. Flaherty staying with the Tigers. So there's 3 pitchers that are off the board, but there's certainly plenty of others. I did also notice this. Our old friend Tim Hill.
A little re-up.
$3 million to just throw like a third of an inning and spin those little sidearm breaking balls in there.
He was very effective.
Very effective for the Yanks.
Deal, though. Wow. $3 million. Way to go, Tim. Nice product of Palomar College. There.
Indeed.
All right, Alden Gonzalez, one of our all-time favorites from ESPN, definitely joins us here. Alden, how are you today, sir?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
We're good. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us, talking baseball. Obviously, want to get into the Padres situation, where they're at right now, but let's start with the World Series. I think we all thought it's one of the greatest ever, maybe the greatest ever. I'm curious what you think. And where does this leave the Dodgers now? How should we categorize them, or is it too early to do that? Do we need a little more time to go by?
Well, if you ask them, they are in the thick of a dynasty.
That's
how they see it.
That's why I'm asking you, Alden. I don't want to ask them.
Look, I'll tell you what. You're going to hate this, but I don't really disagree. Like, that's 3 titles in 6 years. That's the first team in 25 years to go back-to-back. And I would argue, too, that to go back-to-back in an era with so many playoff rounds, I mean, the Dodgers had to win 4 playoff rounds to win the World Series. And you saw how that World Series was and how close it was. It is hard to win a championship. And when you layer that on top of just their dominance in the National League West, winning the division 12 out of 13 years, I mean, what they needed over these last few years was they needed to stack championships on top of their regular season success. And now that they've done that, and oh, by the way, they have deeper pockets than anybody else, and their farm system is still rated top 5 in the industry, and they have obviously all this talent. Like, I'm not saying they're just going to keep winning every year, but they're going to be in the thick of it for years to come. And I think we're going to look back on this and think, like, this was an era that was dominated by the Dodgers. To the chagrin of all those people in San Diego, it's just the reality.
Yes, unfortunately,
yeah,
Alden,
we can't. It's hard to argue. You didn't leave us much room for argument.
There's
Alden.
no room for argument.
Lots of chagrining down here.
Yeah.
Alden, let me ask you this. I mean, you look at how the season kind of unfolded for the Dodgers. They were missing, 4/5 of their rotation early in the season. Whether it was planned or it just worked out that way. Can they run it back and do it in the same way? Can you risk having a Blake Snell, a Glass now out for the first half of the season, and then only to get the best Shohei Ohtani, who's going to be healthy for the first time coming into next season? Can they do it the same way, or does it have to look a little bit different? A little bit of luck was on their side this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I do think it has to look a little bit different, but I don't think it needs to look different in the rotation. I actually think it needs to look different offensively because, I mean, look, yeah, Tony, you're absolutely right. Like, starting pitchers break down. But when you look at what they have for 2026, I mean, they're not going to, unless they could go trade Tarek Skubal, and then the entire industry will just sort of blow up and like everybody will stop playing baseball. I don't think that they're going to target much for their rotation. You mentioned it. It's Blake Snell, it's Tyler Glass now, it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, it's Shohei Ohtani. And then beyond that, though, you have Emmett Sheehan, you have Roki Sasaki, who they hope to move back into their rotation. You have guys like Gavin Stone and Kyle Hurd and a bunch of younger guys that we've forgotten about because they were recovering from injury. So their starting pitching depth is going to be a major strength. My question with the Dodgers, well, number one is going to be the bullpen. They have to address the bullpen. It was a disaster this year. They won in spite of it. Just like they won in spite of the rotation the year before. But my bigger question, too, is the offense. This is a team that's older. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, they're getting older. Even Shohei Ohtani, Max Muncy. Do they look to supplement there? And more specifically, how aggressively do they look to supplement there? They could use another bat. They've already been linked to Kyle Tucker. I personally don't see them giving Kyle Tucker a 10 or 12-year contract as some people have projected. I see them as a team that might be sort of on the periphery. If his market sort of doesn't materialize the way he wants, they'll be there. But who knows? I mean, we've seen the last 2 off seasons. They just go out and get whoever they want. And they don't care who gets mad about it. They just go do it because they can. So that's what I'm going to be interested in looking at is, in addition to their bullpen, do they address their offense? Because I don't think that they could run it back with exactly the same group.
Alden Gonzalez is with us from ESPN. And God, from your mouth to God's ears, Alden, please let the Dodgers give somebody to having, a solid number 8 hitter in the lineup rather than, people like Tommy Edman and automatic outs like that. All right. Anyway, Dodgers, it was exciting. There's no question. And everything you say is true, whether we want to admit it or not. But let's turn to the Padres. Are you hearing anything, manager? Because nobody seems to be. It's down to them and the Rockies as the only 2 left. And why do you think it's taking so long? Could it have something to do with the fact that they haven't extended A.J. Preller? Or are they just, making sure they, go through the paces here? What is the thinking around baseball?
I'm really not sure why they haven't made a decision yet. I wonder if maybe some of that might have to do with the fact that, maybe there were members of the Dodgers staffs or Blue Jays staffs that they wanted to interview after they were done with the World Series, but I don't know that to be sure. What I've heard is what's been reported. I saw that Kevin Acee reported this as well. That it's Nick Hundley and it's Ruben Niebla and it's Albert Pujols. And I think at the end of the day, this hiring who they land on might ultimately tell us who's making the decisions here, right? Yeah. And I don't know whose guy is whose, but I do wonder about whether it's going to be A.J. Preller, who, as you mentioned, is on the last year of his contract, or if it's going to be ownership or somebody like Eric Grupner, who's closely tied with ownership, who's going to make the decision. And I do wonder, and I don't know this to be sure, but I wonder if that's part of the struggle right now in terms of who wins out, who gets that job. But I will say in the meantime, there was news today that Victor Rodriguez, their hitting coach, is joining the Astros.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge loss. I think Victor Rodriguez is one of the best hitting coaches in baseball. And I think he made a big impact on that lineup in terms of how to adjust to hitting in that ballpark. And I will say this too, if Ruben Niebla doesn't get the manager job, it would be really important for them to keep him as their pitching coach.
No doubt.
And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I thought Ruben Niebla and Victor Rodriguez were 2 of the best at their jobs. They were major assets on that coaching staff. So the hope would be, I think especially for Ruben Niebla, who's one of the most well-regarded pitching coaches in the game. I know he wants to manage, but that might be part of the thinking too with the Padres is, they don't want to lose Ruben Niebla in any capacity. Maybe that pushes them to give him the manager job. But this is a big decision. Look, and if it's A.J. Preller who ultimately makes this decision, he's not going to get to hire another one. This is going to be it. Yeah. So he's got to get it right.
Yeah, Alden Gonzalez joins us here, ESPN, and you're 100% right. I agree. Both Victor and Ruben are 2 coaches that are as good as it gets in this league. You already lost one. Do you have to keep the other? In order to keep the other, does he need to be a manager? They got a lot to sort out. Let's talk a little bit about actual free agency now that the season has ended. Who do you think is the biggest chip? I mean, obviously Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber's out there. Who do you think is the creme de la creme at the top?
Well, it's Kyle Tucker. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's going to get the biggest contract. The combination of just how great a hitter he is, along with the speed and the defense, and the fact that he's going to be, I think he's 26, 27 years old as a free agent. I mean, that's prime age to be a free agent. So the big question with him is going to be health. He's had some bad injury luck these last couple of years, but he's going to get the biggest contract in free agency, there's no doubt. Outside of him, probably Cody Bellinger is a big one. I think this free agent crop, I think, sort of lacks the big headliner, right? Like there's no Juan Soto, there's no Shohei Ohtani, obviously, but it's really deep in power hitters. Yep. Tony, you mentioned a couple with Kyle Schwarber and Pete Alonso, and I think it's really deep in starting pitching. And I think that's a good thing for the Padres because look, I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, but they need starting pitching. I think that's going to be their number 1, 2, and 3 priority going into this offseason. I will be interested to learn if, and maybe AJ Preller could answer this at the GM meetings next week, if Mason Miller or Adrian Morejon are going to transition into the rotation in order to make up for some of that. I don't know. But with Yu Darvish not pitching next year, recovering from UCL surgery, Joe Musgrove coming back from Tommy John surgery, a lot of other unproven guys in that rotation outside of Nick Pivetta, they need to go after starting pitching. And, luckily for them, the free agent market is replete with starting pitching. The question with them is going to be, though, how much money do they have to spend?
Alden Gonzalez, fantastic insight as always. I got a couple minutes left, if you don't mind me stealing it, because you said 1, 2, 3 on the starting pitching, but I think a lot of fans think number 4 then would be a power hitter. Either DH or, first base. And let's just say Alonso and Schwarber. Now, first of all, we on this, but I think we love Schwarber, and we've seen him hit so many titanic blasts at Petco Park that we don't worry about him being able to hit in this ballpark. I looked up Pete Alonso, though, Alden. I don't know if you gone this deep on it, but he's had 66 at-bats at Petco Park, and he's had 1 home run here, and he's hit 182. Does that ever factor into, like, if the Padres were close with Pete Alonso, would they, you know what I mean? Could that turn the tide? And do you think Schwarber would have any interest in coming to the West Coast if that were, the way the Padres could afford to go?
Well, I'll answer the Schwarber question first. I think any team that's trying to get Kyle Schwarber is going to have to outbid Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies, because I think they might retool that lineup in other ways, trading Nick Castellanos, maybe trading Alec Boehm. They might get a new catcher because JT Realmuto is obviously up there in age. But Kyle Schwarber has proven to be such an integral part of that group that I would think that they're going to be really motivated to bring him back. So I think that's going to be an uphill climb for everybody else. In terms of Pete Alonso, I mean, look, those types of numbers are relevant when you're talking about a place like Petco Park, where you have seen hitters go there and struggle. And there is a certain type of hitter who can thrive well at Petco Park and certain types of hitters who can't. But look, I mean, Pete Alonso has proven not only that he's one of the game's most prodigious power hitters, but that he's also somebody who, like Manny Machado, he posts. He doesn't miss time. He plays every day. And so it's been tough to see that the industry hasn't really treated him as such. I would think he would have gotten more love, but just like power hitting first basemen are just sort of have fallen out of favor for whatever reason. But I will say, in terms of the Padres, for me, it keeps going back to how much money do they have to work with.
Yeah.
Pete Alonso's looking for a 5-year contract. Okay. And that's going to be a 5-year contract. That's going to be with an AAV of, just spitballing here, $25 to $30 million annually. Yeah. So when you have Machado tied long-term and Tatis and Xander Bogaerts, like that makes those deals really, really difficult. Unless you're going to elevate to Peter Seidler territory before he passed.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening because their other assets are not really movable, right? Unless you're trading Tatis, which obviously I don't see happening. Yeah. So I don't see how they make room in the budget for somebody like that unless it's on a 1 to 2 year deal. And given how last offseason went for him, I don't see Pete Alonso settling for another 1 to 2 year deal.
I like the fact that Alden Gonzalez is really smart and really informative. I just don't like what you were smart and informative about today. Because I was really feeling, a little hopeful that maybe we could steal Schwarber or something. But
I could lie to you if you'd like.
No, I don't. Exactly. I love it, man. No, I don't want you to, but yeah, it's the reality. It's the reality. We'll see where it goes. Thanks so much again. Thanks, as always, Alden. We'll see you down the road.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Appreciate it. All right. There he is, Skraby, with the truth, as they say.
The civil authorities have issued a required monthly test for San Diego, CA, beginning at 2:52 p.m. and ending at 4:52 p.m. Test. This is the required monthly test. Test. This is the required monthly test of the emergency alert system.
helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. That is so... Should we just go home?
You want to blame my stomach for that too?
I have
Whatever
some
happened
questions
there?
for you in the break.
You what?
I have some questions for you in the break.
I'm so childish. I need to stop.
I am too, Tony. I'm the one playing the effects over here.
All right. Me and the two kids will return for hour number 2.
301 on the
Or balance to earn interest. Additional conditions apply.
Cancellation machine! Cancellation machine! Check cancellation! Check cancellation! I'm prepared to win your case! I'm prepared to win your case!
You don't want to leave your kids
on you. It's usually not looking at me. We are just, all this joking around about what I might have eaten today is taking away from the fact that we are having a debacle in terms of the ones and twos, as you like to say. Skraby's pushing buttons. And we just heard a press conference from Dubai or something come into our studio. So I don't know what is happening right now. Skraby doesn't know what's happening.
He's starting to get frazzled. See,
watch. This
let
is the camera
time.
Follow him.
Yeah, this is the time where you can get your get back now because he's frazzled right now.
No, I don't want. Frazzled Skraby is a scary Skraby.
That's also true.
But I direct everybody to watch the camera that's following the frazzled Skraby right now.
I got both
because anything could happen. Anything could happen right now.
This is happening in more studios than just ours.
Are we being hacked?
Don't even say that. Oh no. I'm not sure if we're on the air or not.
At all.
People in the chat, this is why
can they hear us?
Can you hear us, chat? Tell me if you can hear us.
Chat.
Because I have no idea what is happening.
Because if we're not on the air, I don't want to use any of my good material.
Okay, they hear us.
Okay, cool. We're good.
All right.
We're on.
All right. So they can hear me say the fact that Skraby, this is the karma that you get and deserve after treating me so poorly.
Yeah, I think this is karma smacking him right in the back of his head.
Now, I want people to know.
No, it's not, because it doesn't really matter to me what happened.
I think it does because you're you seem a little frazzled.
Well, at first I thought, hey, this would be really bad if Fox News was now broadcasting on our station forever and ever. So,
is that what we had coming?
We have no idea. I just saw the engineer of the hall. He's like, I have no idea what just happened either.
Oh, great.
So we might be hacked.
No, but now it's all fine.
Okay.
It's back to normal. But back to what Chris said about me treating him poorly. I put up a video on Instagram, Gwynn and Chris.
I just want everybody to know
Gwynn and Chris SD.
Chris's irritation is real. Like you can hear it in his voice. I don't know.
But I'm also keeping my calm as I am irritated.
That's true. You are keeping your calm. But I don't know if anybody noticed in the first segment at the end there, like Chris was really upset with Skraby there.
No, it's just ridiculous. I mean, some of the stuff he does, it's not even fun radio banter.
No, sometimes
it's just absolutely a shot, a personal attack. Damn right.
Sometimes we go and like we do something on the show, and I'm like thinking it's gonna be so funny in the break, and then I go, good job, guys, and Chris just like walks out of the room.
You often miss the mark sometimes, I must say.
Miss the mark?
Miss the mark. How about read the room? You got a lot of issues that you need to work on.
Out of all the things,
I was hoping with a new girlfriend she'd start helping you on some of this stuff.
Out of all the things that you're embarrassed about, you're not embarrassed about a lot, but you're embarrassed about people faking that you farted on the air.
Yeah, I think that's pretty embarrassing. Honestly, I do. Yeah, I'd
that's
rather
a weird
not
thing to be embarrassed about.
I'd rather not be known for that, especially when it's not happening.
Oh yes.
Who's Chris Ello? That guy that farts on the air.
Yeah, have you ever listened to Gwynn Chris?
Now we're talking about it so much that it's going to become real. This is not where I needed that.
You know, listen to Gwynn Chris just sometime in the show. Chris does.
Okay.
I
think you played that. I think you played that to the hilt.
I promise it's it.
Chris, I sent you a text yesterday.
Which one?
Bulls ain't playing.
You sent it over the weekend. I sent it back to you last night because they weren't playing again last night.
The Bulls
24-point lead they erased.
Man,
and that was an exciting finish. Old Vuk hit the 3-ball in the corner. And he said after the game, I read it a little bit when they win. He said they went to the final. Sorry?
You've been reading a lot then.
Yeah, right. And they called timeout before the final play. And when they came out of the huddle, Vukovic turned to Billy Donovan and he said, okay, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, he gave him the play, but he didn't tell Vuk where to go. Donovan said, just go over and stand in the corner. So he stood in the corner and they passed him the ball and he hit the 3 and they won the game. So
all right, let's get to Daily Gambit here a little bit more about yesterday's sporting events.
Yeah.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Duh, winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We have a few bets from last night to review. First one would be the Bulls, -1.5 against the Philadelphia 76ers. We all went Bulls. Bulls won by 2, 113-111. So we win that bet right there. Thunder, -8.5 against the Clippers. Clippers didn't show up. Thunder ended up winning 126-107. So we all lose that bet.
I watched the fourth
They
quarter. They showed up for three quarters, and then they just went away. And plus, without Kawhi Leonard. By the way, we're 7 games in. Is he played yet this season, or is he already sitting out?
I think.
We know I love Kawhi, but come on, I expect him to be playing at this point.
Let's see.
He didn't play last night, and without him, the Clippers. And you know what? I don't like Chris Paul to begin with, but enough already of Chris Paul. He's like 50 years old. He's wasting my time out there on the court.
He's wasting your time.
They didn't even need to play SGA in the fourth quarter. They sat him on the bench, and then they got so far ahead that they never brought him back in. So there you go.
He started the year and he had an ankle injury.
Oh, well, of course. Okay, Kawhi.
Move on, Skraby.
Never mind.
It's none of your business.
It has nothing to do with Kawhi. It has the NBA in general. The NBA in general. Never mind.
The NBA in general, what?
Never mind. Giannis, over under 47.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Chris was the only one who went under.
Chris.
That's actually a lot.
So that was maybe the first one he missed. They were 3-3 coming in.
33 points plus rebounds for assists, so we lose that one. Duke -10.5 against Texas. Tony with Duke. Chris and I with Texas.
That
Duke,
Boozer kid.
Duke won 75-60.
He was the hero.
Cameron Boozer.
Yeah.
Playing like a boozer or a bruiser.
I was going to say, is he hiccuping or something? Aztecs -25.5 against the Beach yesterday.
Who picked the Beach?
I picked the stupid Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And the Aztecs won 77-45, 32
I must say,
points.
that is what I was looking for.
Comfortable.
Could they cover?
Could they cover? Right.
Because
I agree.
That's the start, right? Because you mentioned it yesterday. They had a bunch of these games where they were favored and they would win, but they would just kind of win, right?
Yeah.
30. Not only did they cover, they had some room to cover too as well.
Very good, guys.
All right. Next one would be Ohio and Miami of Ohio. Ohio 3-point favorites in this one. I chose Miami. This game had a score of 10-6 going into the fourth quarter. Ended up with Ohio winning 24-20, so they just barely eke out the spread. And you guys chose Ohio, so you win that one. Now, was it who scored more points? It was who scored more points between Miami of Ohio, and then UMass and Akron. So that was 44 points.
UMass Akron outscored them.
Okay,
so
thank you. 44-10, so 54.
54.
Right. And then finally, what did the Kings do?
Kings shut out Winnipeg 3-0. Sorry, Tony, you lost the bet on them, of course. Yeah, Kings were 1-0. They got 2 goals really late.
Treating someone like this who has been
a diehard supporter, but they won't help you out. I'm 10-4. Tony's 9-5. I only say that to get to Skraby's record so far this week, 2-12.
Yeah, that's bad.
Jeez, man,
that's hard to do.
That's how
mix in a win.
As much. I just led the last 3 weeks.
Mix in a win.
Mix in a win, guy.
No kidding,
guy.
We'll get to our picks in a second because we're almost at the end of the segment. But I did want to point out where you were about headed, Skraby, with the NBA was the load management and the guys missing games. I'm pointing this out in your defense. Tonight's Golden State Sacramento game. If you bought tickets to this game, you will not see Steph Curry, Draymond Green, or Zach LaVine.
Where's this game
or I got to look now. Skraby, help me here. Where's it at?
Skraby, help me.
It
My
is.
computer's doing
It's at
one of
home.
those.
Or
It's
Kings are at home.
Kings are at home, but you don't get Steph, you don't get Draymond, you don't get Jimmy Butler, you don't get Sabonis, you don't get Zach LaVine. I mean, really, this is almost like a G League game. And that is something that the NBA, I don't know. We've talked about it before, Tony. I don't know how they can control this, but I mean, no one's playing in this game tonight. So
I guess they can shorten the season if that's, I don't know that this is going to. There are going to be games that people buy tickets for that they're going to miss.
Steve Kerr said it straight up. He said, my trio of Green, Curry, and Butler is, quote, wiped out after a condensed schedule in the first month of the season.
Yeah.
So they're out.
Either that or you can make the season a little bit longer. I mean,
I don't know.
Because they have teams, not players. Teams and coaches have the birth of all of this is none other than Greg Popovich. He started this.
Yeah.
And so teams have come to the conclusion that if we don't do this, these guys will not be who we need them to be down the stretch.
That's right. And it's true. By the way, I'm looking it up, but I won't get there in time. We got to get to break.
We can go. Let's make our bets. We'll go to 18.
All right. The NBA, in the collective bargaining agreement 20 years ago, collectively bargained that there would be no longer back-to-back-to-back. That used to happen in the NBA, if you can believe it. Yeah. You can believe that. And nobody –
listen,
they all played.
I don't know what the drawback is to making the season longer other than you're running into maybe other seasons.
Right. It's just –
But that's to me, either that or shorten the season so that everybody's playing all the games.
I said it yesterday. I don't know that they can even do the old back-to-backs anymore.
They're going to have to space it out.
But then they'd have to make the season longer.
So be it, because if that's going to keep people on the floor.
Keep people playing, for sure. All right, let's go. Lakers.
My goodness.
Right,
like the NBA, come on.
Well, it's difficult, and it's difficult in the wagering world.
I think part of the issue, too, is the way they play now. It's so wide open, so much up and down. Whereas, in the 80s and 90s, even dump it into the post, there'd be some guys cutting off.
Take a little while, rest.
Run an offense.
There was NBA players in the 70s that were flat out fat. I'm not kidding you. You can look at some old highlights and go like, that guy was in the league?
I thought Gilbert Arenas explained it perfectly. He said the difference between when he came in the league and now is that you had to know how to play basic basketball. You pass the ball, you cut, you screen. Now it's so wide open that it's just you just react. Dribble, drive, kick. Either the shot's there or you rinse and repeat. Dribble, drive, kick, shots there. And so it's just a different game. And I think because of it, it's way more activity happening in terms of how they play. And so spacing it out or shortening it is really the only answer.
All right, Lakers -1.5 Spurs. Big game of the night.
Big
in
game.
LA.
Big
Spurs
game.
are 5-1. Lakers are 6-2. Luka is supposed to play.
Yes. And my man, Hillbilly Mamba.
Hillbilly Mamba. So, Tony, I don't have to ask you. You're taking the Lakers. Scrape, Spurs on the road. Going with that? Or
I'm going to go with the Lakers.
I think the Lakers at home, although the Lakers have been 4-0 on the road. They're better on the road, but I don't think the Spurs. I'm hearing stuff again. It's been so weird.
I'm all over the place.
We're all going
today.
Lakers. OKC -3.5 tonight at Portland. They're 8-0. They're the only undefeated team. I think tonight Portland gets them, although I don't like 3.5. I'll take Portland for the hell of it. Tony?
Portland,
okay.
Portland?
Back-to-back for the Thunder. That's something to think about, I guess. Skraby?
I'm going to go with OKC.
OKC. They're 8-0, by the way, without Jalen Williams playing one game yet, and he's pretty good. Luka -4 points against SGA. Obviously in different games. Luka scored over 40 in every game so far. He's the first guy to do that since Wilt, like a long time ago. Skraby, you're first. Luka -4 or SGA.
Reeves is out too.
Who?
Reeves.
The Hillbilly Mamba.
Reeves is out. Okay, well, I'll still take the Lakers.
I'm going to go. Well, Luka now has to score a bunch.
Luka -4, but he's going crazy.
He's gunning today.
SGA's even kind of easing into the season. Luka's just shooting it up. So we're all going Luka. Wemby 43.5 points, rebounds, assist. I mean, the guy's a 2020 guy, isn't he? I don't know how many assists he get. Tony, you're first. 43.5 for Wemby.
Ooh.
Over points, rebounds, assists.
I'm going to say under.
Under.
Averaging 27, rebounds 13. I don't have his assists.
Yeah,
4 assists.
44, so he's right there. Skraby, what do you got? Under, over tonight?
Tony went under. I think I would like to go under as well.
Under. I'll try over because he's going to show off in Hollywood. I don't know. Silly. Luke, we'll just move down. We're running out of time. UNLV women's basketball. I bring them up. They're the only team rated ahead of the Aztecs in the preseason poll. They're picked to win it again, even though the Aztecs won it last year. UNLV opens at home against Washington State. Don't know much, but 10.5 points you have to give. I'll take UNLV because she normally has a really good team there.
I'll follow your lead then. I'll take UNLV as well.
Skraby,
yeah, I'll go UNLV.
Go with the Rebs. All right, Maction. Toledo minus 14.5 over Northern Illinois. Bad luck for the Aztecs. Northern Illinois, since losing to the Aztecs, has been terrible. I love, like when the Aztecs beat a team, I want them to be good after that.
Right.
Toledo minus 14.5 at home. Skraby. It's Maction. You should know this stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's why I'm taking so long. I'm going to go with East Southwest State.
That's funny.
Who are they playing again?
Toledo, Northern Illinois.
I'm going to go with the
Southwest.
I'm actually going to go Toledo.
Toledo, Skrabe, or Tony.
Toledo.
All Toledo there, and we got to get a break. So only a six pack of wagers tonight. We'll see how it turns out tomorrow. More Gwynn and Chris on the way after traffic.
From the 855.
Through the Fan brought to you by
segments.
Staples. Have an easy holiday. Only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't forget custom cards, invites, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Staples. That was easy. Gwynn and Chris, $3.25. Last week, Lori ordered something, with the old Amazon delivery or whatever, and it was one of those things that was going to get there the next morning, and we needed it for whatever purpose, whatever that package was. And Lori goes, "Oh, my phone says the package is here. So can you go outside and get it?" Package wasn't there. Can you go to maybe they put it in the mailbox. I doubt it, but maybe I checked the mailbox. It wasn't there.
I doubt it.
So she goes to her phone and says, "Well, here's a picture of it." So they took the picture, but it was not left at our front door. Lori goes, "Do you mind walking around the neighborhood and seeing if you can find the package, please?" Could have been any door at any place.
Did you walk around the neighborhood to look for the package?
It was across the street. Thank goodness. First one.
Is that the first one you looked?
First one.
Yeah. All right, good.
But I was like, I'm going to be on a wild goose chase here. And don't even try to come back without it now.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work in your favor.
I think I caught someone trying to be a porch pirate because I have cameras, and so I saw the camera activated, and I saw
the Ring camera.
Yeah. And this person was like, kind
thinking
of
about
around,
stealing your package,
doing this, and so I was like, you know what? And I ran to the front door and I opened it. I said, "Can I help you?" And they're like, "No, I think I got the wrong house," and just walked away.
Look at the Kenny over here.
Don't call me it. No, they were gonna steal our package.
Do you know that?
Just call him a Karen so everybody knows what you're talking about.
Well, it's a female version. Or
I know,
version.
but
I've been thinking about this because it really does offend me just as much as Chris is offended by people thinking he's
farting.
Okay.
I was just joking.
What offends me is that I am not a Ken or a Karen because I don't call the police on people.
That is true.
I just tell you guys about it.
Do you have to call the police in order to be a Ken or a Karen?
I also don't make a big deal about things.
I
just come in here and I tell you guys about it.
Well, I think you do. I think you don't tell us all the time that you make a big deal when you're not with us.
I told Tony a few weeks ago about a story where this guy parked too close to me, and then he got in it, and I got in it with him, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Wait, what? You got in it with him?
Yeah, remember the guy who parked too close to me, and I opened my door, and I kind of barely touched his car, and he was like,
off on you. Oh, that's right.
He was like, "Don't touch my car at the door," and I was like, "Park in your spot then."
Okay.
Like I said,
that's a good start.
I said, "Park in your spot," because he's one of those guys who had his tire like over the parking spot line.
Yeah, can we address when you park? Let's park straight. Don't have your steering wheel turn.
Well, it's harder to park straight when you back in everywhere.
There is a backer-inner on this side of the building that is diagonal in their space.
That's all.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what
you drove by the spot too, right?
I did.
And so now no one gets to park there?
I parked there.
You parked next to the diagonal guy?
He was reversed too, right? He was reversed.
Yes.
So what I did was I also reversed it. So he's going to get in on his passenger side. I'm going to get in on the tight side.
Look, the tight Parker backer upper who is now door to door with me getting out and them getting out. That's got to go.
See, it's the passenger side on my door side. Go. So I'm assuming he's riding out or she is riding out by herself or himself. So he won't have to worry about beating up my car.
I want to thank, we'll go to break here. Rory McIlroy told everybody today that the executive chief.
Is this your big five?
No.
Of the PGA, Derek Sprague, sent him a personal apology for all of the crap he had to endure at the Ryder Cup. And I'm thinking,
why do you think he put that out?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm thinking Rory feels fine now.
Rory said he wants to move past it.
It wasn't just any apology, a personal apology. I mean, I love apologies. I get the intent, but I don't think anything can make up for the terrible fan behavior at that event.
Yeah,
all right.
It was pretty ridiculous.
It was bad. What do we got, Skrabe? I know we have Trey White a little later from the Aztecs, but Sports Court is next. Okay, good. Let's go.
Up. Ben and Woods on the Fan.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
The 36. Once again, I look at the tiny little clock in the corner of the screen instead of the big one behind your head. Skraby.
Yes.
Tony, you're up for this segment, so I just cut in there for you.
Only radio guy in the world who leaves the studio when the rejoin music hits.
Wait, you gotta go. You gotta go.
That's
it, man.
Yeah. We got sports court. I don't see our wigs anywhere.
Oh,
in here
man,
yet,
today
so,
has been a day.
You know, we'll have to kind of hold court for a little bit until we get our wigs. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla. For dining or takeout options, visit spiroscuisine.com. Christopher.
Christopher.
Christopher. Bulls, real quick.
Yeah.
Are you like enjoying this
I am.
start?
I'm trying to just enjoy it because the other shoe could drop quickly. I know they play, I think, something like 11 of the next 13 on the road, and they play really pretty good teams in that stretch. So, yeah, they could be 8-8 before I know it, but really good start. And much like Oklahoma City, which has done it without Jalen Williams, don't forget the Bulls haven't had Cody White yet.
No,
he's their leading scorer. Giddey is starting to he put up another triple-double last night, 2 in a row. I still love Caruso, and I think OKC got the better of it.
Did I tell you guys?
But Giddey is starting to come alive there.
Yeah,
so.
No. Did I tell you guys I met Alex?
You did, and you didn't tell him that I loved him. You told him you loved him.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. You said I love you.
All right, the wigs are here. Let's play. Let's have some sports court.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Robert Half. Turned out to be kind of a busy afternoon out here. A vehicle fire southbound at 15 at Miramar Road. The car is in the center divide. Also traveling on westbound 52 just past Santo Road. There is a spin out. Appears to be over to the right shoulder. Tow truck rolling up to assist with that. Southbound 805 before Home Avenue. Got a crash being cleared over to the right shoulder. We also have further south on the 805 right before Telegraph Canyon Road. Stalled vehicle in the slow lane. North 163 past Friars got a collision that was touched off by a ladder in lanes. That's in the center divide. South 5 Coastline near Manchester. There's a crash involving a motorcycle trying to clear that out of middle lanes. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why the recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Do you have a sports issue, San Diego? Do you need a third party to make a decision? The guys have put on their robes and picked up their gavels.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Gwynn and Chris Sports Court starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I gotta say, Tony looks like Joe Dirt right now. He looks hilarious with his wig on. You can go watch this if you want. Just go to YouTube, search Gwynn and Chris, or youtube.com/@Gwynn and Chris SD.
Wish he looked as good as me with this wig on right now.
I love that movie. That was
a great movie, wasn't it? Yeah. I was just about to say what a dumb movie it was, but I knew he'd jump in there and tell everybody how great it is.
Just because it's dumb doesn't mean it's bad.
True, but in my mind, you're either good or in a comedy like that, you're either good or
Right.
dumb, and
Right.
I don't think you can be both.
Remember what the meteor was? It ended up being
I
frozen
don't-
poop
that
from a
movie
plane.
That movie was so ridiculous that I don't even remember like a lot of it.
Really?
I know I laughed, but it wasn't good enough for me to remember lines.
All right.
You got some Joe Dirt lines?
Yeah, like
Oh, you don't.
You see, that's how you know it wasn't a good
no, he
movie.
says you're my only friend, Mr. Meteorite, or something like that. Like I don't
that's,
have a
that's a real
har,
good That's the line you picked.
Memorable.
I can't deal with it today. I can't
A
deal
line
with it today.
a line that stands the test of time.
I can't deal with it today.
A line that could be in any movie ever made.
It's a great movie, Tone. Don't you kid yourself. Joe
Oh.
Dirt.
I forgot that Chris is too hoity-toity for
I
movies
am.
like
No,
that.
No, I
in
just
Chris,
can't-
hold up. In Chris's defense, you say every movie is good, like every movie.
I think I have a little just a
don't-
more acquired palate than you do.
I think there's only been one time where you weren't just straight up. Oh, that movie was good. There's only been once. I don't even remember what
I
that movie
enjoy
was.
movies.
Because I have a long list of movies I absolutely love. But I think, they have to be a
They
good
all
movie
can't be good,
before
though.
right.
Yes, they can.
No,
Tony always tells me, yes, they can.
all movies can be good.
Okay. We got.
Especially lately, by the way. Movies have been
I haven't watched any
Hurting.
movies.
The last
like
movie I
new
watched
movies.
was Sinners, which was actually really good.
Oh,
I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's scary, right? So that
Yeah, it's a
not my
vampire
favorite.
flick.
Oh, vampires, yeah. Okay.
What did I watch recently?
Little Jordan,
Oh,
Jordan Peele.
I watched, and I won't give away anything, but I watched A House of Dynamite on Netflix. I think Chris was interested
Oh, I
in
did
that.
was interested in that. Yes.
Did you like it? Was it good?
Great
You know
movie.
what? Didn't like the movie.
Oh, you didn't like it.
No, and you guys will know as soon as you watch it.
Okay.
I'm not
all right.
going to watch it now because if you didn't like it,
You'll probably like it. Chris will be like, "There was some masterful art making that they did in that movie."
Masterful
yeah,
art
don't
making.
try to give me the hoity-toity thing because I'm just not like that at all. Animal House is one of my all-time favorites,
What a
and it's
dumb
far
movie.
from hoity-toity.
What a dumb movie!
I just said it's one of my all-time favorites. I
He
don't
didn't
say
it was, yeah.
it's great.
He
I
did
just
say
say I enjoyed it a lot. That's all. Difference.
All right, here we go.
Go to the court.
We got two drunk people in this.
Can I get it's my turn for the gavel?
Yes,
Can I have
sir.
a gavel, please?
All right. I taught my kids
How about
something.
the fact that the gavel stays in the studio? That's kind of a surprise.
I taught my kids something really stupid. I was a prankster as a kid, and so I like to share those memories with my son. But I told him to do something, and I wish I hadn't. I taught him to order pizzas to wrong houses.
What?
So he did this to a friend, and of course he went too far.
How
He
so?
ordered 9 pizzas to his
Oh, yeah,
friend's
that's
house.
Too far. Too far.
Of course, they didn't want to pay and were very surprised the 9 pizzas showed up. He didn't block our number like I showed him, so they traced it back to us. Now the pizza place is requesting we pay for those 9 pizzas. My wife doesn't know I taught him this. Chris,
Who
do
did
I
it-
need to tell her?
Do you need to tell her that you taught? Who did he teach?
His son.
His son to order pizzas for other people
As a prank.
Yeah, stupid.
Yep, he did say that.
Pay up, and I hope you use your wife's credit card so that she sees it on the bill. When did we get 9 pizzas? You know what? Pranks are fun, but first of all, you're hurting the establishment almost just as much because now they're having trouble getting their money. So you're trying to prank so-and-so for having 9 pizzas show up. But what's the pizza place can't make that person pay if they say, it's a prank somebody's pulling on me.
Right.
So I think you're hurting the pizza place. So I don't think that's a good
you're
prank.
definitely doing that.
Yeah, I don't care for the prank. To be honest with you.
I'm not a fan of the prank either because
It's
you
not-
are
that is
ultimately
not a-
costing someone money.
That's not a
But
banana in the tailpipe,
Your
which is a
Honor-
good prank.
Your Honor, it's not what he's asking you, though.
Right. What? So should he tell his wife?
Yes.
Yeah. He's.
What if he goes and pays this off the books?
Oh,
Off the books is an option.
I should share something now.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to just say that in my past, I have come up with some money lying around to pay for stuff so that it did not show up in my wife's world. And I should not have said that because I'm
Should I
going
dump
asked
it?
to explain.
No, you are not alone, buddy. So,
Okay.
I don't think many men listening right now would tell you you're not alone.
I know. It's like not a lot of money, right? I don't come up with like $1,000.
What's 9 pizzas going to hit you for?
But 9 pizzas is going to be a lot of money. That's going to be hard. Yeah.
No, more than that.
A couple $100.
I would think 9. Let's just say large pizzas would cost around $400.
400.
Each pizza is like $25 times 9.
Yeah, 25. That times 9 is 225. Math major. Yeah.
Okay, well then I said 225.
About $200-300, like we said in the beginning. I'm sorry. Did you already rule?
Yes, he ruled.
Did.
I ruled that. Yes, your wife. Tell her just pay the price, pal. That's a dumb prank. Pay for a dumb prank.
I agree with the Honorable Chris Ello, but you do have that option. I won't rule towards it, but it is an option out there.
Scrounge money up that you have lying around, and
you
just
got some $250.
If you got $250 lying around, maybe just pay it on the side and
tell your son. Make sure you get on your son about this prank and his lack of execution.
Very poor execution.
But just know, if the wifey ever finds out,
now you're double dip. Yeah, right. You didn't tell her. Yeah,
it could be a long road back, buddy.
Eating potato chips will be the least of your problems.
I say just tell her.
Okay, just tell her. Rod on the chat. Hopefully your wife's not listening, Rod. He said, don't tell her. There's a couple of people that said, don't tell her. Costco pizza is $10 for 8 slices.
That's right.
I like Costco pizza. Next one, golfing.
Unfortunately, you got to go pick the Costco pizzas up. They don't deliver. So
that's true. Costco doesn't care.
The prank doesn't play as well.
I was golfing the other day and was playing with this random dude who might have had the worst golf etiquette of all time. He talked during swings, walked in our putting lines, didn't rake the bunkers. I'm not a golf purist, but it was distracting and quite frankly ruined my round. Tony, when you are playing golf with someone like this, would you confront them about it?
Yes. Very quickly. I'm not
what are you doing?
Like, hey man, you walking across my putt path.
Yeah, come on, man.
Hey,
this is an easy
Stop talking to me. I'm trying to take this swing.
Oh, this is aggressive.
Well, I mean, listen.
You can at least stop and stare at the guy.
Right.
And kind of get the message like, excuse me.
He's like, get in the back. Are you done?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I just want to hit my golf ball here. I almost said base.
Sir, there's a golf ball on there, sir.
Yeah, can I do this?
So you would say something.
Yes. I mean,
wait, how long would you wait before you did?
I'd probably, if it happened the first hole,
second
you're like,
hole.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. But second hole, hey, man.
Yeah,
you just walked across my line.
Ask Lori. When she doesn't walk where she should walk, she hears it from me. Because I want her to have good etiquette.
Right.
She's
it's
learning.
Not hard.
Right.
But
that's the other thing. It's not like this is a secret. Like
I think you need to say something for sure. Especially if it's somebody you don't know. You just say, excuse me, but come on.
I mean, aside from
that's
getting
not good.
On the random person that you're playing golf with, you're also helping him or her.
Hopefully in the future.
They're not doing it with somebody else who might not be as nice.
Yeah, definitely won't be.
Now, how about if you're playing with a group that you know everybody? This is a little different side bar here. You know it's your regular group. But one of the guys in your group is kind of just goofy in general, and he does tend to putt the ball when you're lining up your putt.
Yeah.
That happens in my group. There's one of our 3 of us are very, not overly, but we're competitive and play a solid round. The 4th guy kind of has more of a goofy time. Now and again, he'll just put his putt down like 40 feet from the ball down and just putt one for the hell of it. And you're in the middle of your backswing. In that case, I don't think you can say anything because he's like your buddy and your friend.
Nah, it depends. If you need him for the foursome, then you're just gonna have to wear. But if he is a habitual offender of these things, and it's annoying the 3 of you.
He's such a funny, nice guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any of it.
If it doesn't bother you, then I don't think
he doesn't do any of it meanly.
I don't think you have to. I think you should still say something.
Man,
I don't know if you got to get rid of it.
I think he's just he has a good time, and we have a good time, and I don't think it's fair to make it seem too serious.
If the group is cool with it, then it's all good.
We all kind of laugh it off. Uh-oh.
All right.
Things getting out of hand here.
Next one. Oh, this one's a good one. This one was straight from Reddit. I'm taking a flight for Christmas, and with my flight points, I was upgraded to first class, but no one in my family was, and my wife is having none of it. Either she gets it or no one gets it. My argument was, they're my flight points. I get the first class seat. She's not having it. And we're having an argument about this. We may not even go. Tony's up first, or Chris is up first?
Chris is.
Would you take the first class seat for yourself and deal with the consequences, or would you sit with the family backing coach?
Did I tell you? I told you guys a story about the gal who went out with somebody, friend of my wife's, who had a nice relationship going with a guy that took her all over the place and paid for trips and hotels and all kinds of things. Yet he flew first class and she flew coach.
That is crazy.
On all of the trips. And I thought, we all thought that was like, are you kidding me? So I got to go the same way here. If you got extra points, I cannot believe you're using them selfishly for yourself. Use them for tickets so that you all save money. So yeah, I'm totally ruling against you, pal. It's a family situation here. If you're not married, you're single, go sit where you want. You can sit on the wing if all I care.
So
but in this case,
the requirement is just single.
I think so.
No, okay, that's fine.
I think if you're married and it's a family,
Or
this is a
girlfriend or
family
significant other,
or sneak it on a business trip or something, and don't tell everybody, and just use a couple of miles so you can go first class. But if this is a quote family trip, then you got to travel as a family. Sorry, looks bad. You look bad. You yourself look bad.
You know, they're just going back to your first point about your wife's friend's relationship with my man. He was paying for everything, but he didn't want to fork
He
over
would
the
not
extra
fork up
dollars.
the extra, get her to first class. Right.
You know, I don't actually hate that.
I was about to say, there's probably some men out there who are like, well, he's paying for everything else.
He's paying for,
Yeah. Listen, I don't
He was
subscribe
paying for a plane ticket too, right?
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that thinking.
Can you imagine walking
would
onto
be
the plane
weird,
with
yeah.
somebody you're dating
Hey,
and going, I'll see you in about 6 hours? I couldn't do it.
It would be crazy. I couldn't do it either. But I too will rule against my man. Like, first of all, if you got points on your card, you don't need to say anything.
Yeah, just use them.
I assume if you got these points, you probably do some type of business. There's going to be a chance you're going to be flying by yourself. That is the time to use it.
I can tell you one thing. If I somehow did have enough personal points, and I don't, because all my points are, of course, grouped in with the wife's points. But if I had enough, and we were on a trip from New York to San Diego with the basketball team, I'd be so embarrassed to sit in first class while they all went back to coach. I couldn't pull it off.
All right.
I got a story. I'll tell it on the other
Okay,
side.
let me get to this last one. We'll get to your story. This one is unbelievable, to be honest. So I'm not even sure if this is real, but it wasn't Reddit. I was sitting next to this drunk guy on a plane, and he fell asleep. His mouth was open, and he was breathing black velvet smelling whiskey on me. So I tried to close his mouth. It didn't work.
My God.
I ended up putting a pillow between us. Still didn't really work. So I kicked him to wake him up so he would move. He didn't wake up. I kicked him harder. Didn't wake up. So next I stomped on his foot. He woke up, saw me doing this, and was furious. I told him I didn't do anything. He then reported me to the flight attendant, and I am now banned from Frontier Airlines.
Wow.
Would you admit fault to get your status back on Frontier Airlines?
I'll go while
go.
Tony's thinking. Next time, just use the 2-piece on the guy.
You're just going to punch him in the face?
That'll close those lips in a hurry.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, she tried everything else.
Yeah.
Stumped it, pushed,
Quick 2-piece, and then turn forward like nothing happened.
Yeah, your first
He
mistake
won't
was
be
getting
able-
caught stomping.
Yeah,
on his
right.
foot.
He won't be able to.
How do you get caught stomping on his foot and he was asleep for that long?
So are you just going to be blacklisted from Frontier forever? Or are you going to admit so you can get back on that?
Frontier's not good enough. I'll probably go ahead.
Good answer. Good answer.
Blacklist me.
All right, Tony's got a story on the other side. We also have Chris versus the fans, 833-288-0973.
I mean, I think first you can you can have that belief when you put the kind of work in that you do, that your body's going to heal right, and just trusting it. You talked about being an extension of the coaching staff. I would guess that that's going to be even more so this year with you not being able to actually do the physical part.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've tried to do this offseason to kind of get you into that mode in terms of being that extension? Because the reality is, although your arm might be useless in 25 this year, your mind's not going to be. And there's still a lot of guys, especially the ones who may be vying for your spot in the rotation, that could lean on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to help prepare these guys the best I can. And, like, guys like Waldron, guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, those are guys that are, have really good stuff and are not far away from, being, middle of the rotation to top half, starting pitchers.
Yeah.
So trying to share some things. That's something we talk about all the time in the clubhouse is like, you bring something to the table on the field, every day. That's kind of what brings you here and gets you to this level. But, days that you're not playing as a starting pitcher, that's, a majority of our days. You pitch once every 5 days. So making sure you bring something to the table is, something we always talk about. So even though, like you said, I'm not going to be physically on the field pitching, I got to find a way to contribute. And a lot of that's just been, better communication with the staff. And I'm really excited this year to be able to sit in more of the coaches' meetings and see how they game plan and how they, come about their approach to certain teams. And I feel like when I come back in 26, I'm going to have a whole plethora of knowledge and things that I hadn't experienced before to add into my game. So.
I just have to say this. I played with a lot of guys, and not all of them are going to take as serious as Joe is taking this part serious, which is getting into those coaches' meetings. Coaches are here a lot earlier than the players,
Are they, man?
especially during spring training. So the fact that he's going to be willing to do that, I think that's awesome, man. That's what separates you from a lot of these other guys out there.
We're talking to Joe Musgrove here, Padres pitcher, 97.3 The Fan. And I have to ask from the fan perspective, because Tony every day on the show, whenever a team in the National League West signs a new big-name player, all of us fans are kind of like, why? And Tony says it doesn't matter. They still have to go out and play the games. When you see that happen, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's a different perspective as a player. Our job is, our goal doesn't change regardless of whether we add, and that stuff's, out of our control. So you never want to sit here going into an off season saying, we're going to be fired up if we get this guy and this guy, and not if we don't get this guy. So you look at our team, and a lot of people see all the moves being made and don't see us making moves, and it seems like a mismatch in the division. All these other teams are adding, but you look at our roster, I mean, we spent a lot of money over the last handful of years and committed a lot of guys to be here long term, and the value in having those guys return every year and continue to build that relationship and that growth is every bit as valuable as adding a new free agent. So
love that.
I think with the progress we made last year, and you guys will never understand how we feel. I'm sure you can see a little bit of it on the field and how we carry ourselves and, the camaraderie and stuff, but you'll never truly understand just how close that group got last year. And although we didn't, achieve the ultimate goal of winning the World Series, we grew a ton as a team. We grew a ton as, a unit. And I'm super excited that we got most of these guys coming back. We got the whole staff coming back, and we can kind of pick up where we left off.
Well, last one for me, because you kind of just hit on it, and I think it's so important. The continuity, right? This is, year maybe 3, 4 of this nucleus being together. How much of an impact can that have on a team, having guys who have been in the locker room together for so long?
Yeah, a ton. And, Schulte's big thing is shared experiences. We got guys from all over the league, some guys that are new and have experienced things that most rookies don't, and some guys that have been around 10 plus years that have, been in championship locker rooms and been around the best of the best. So sharing those experiences with each other and helping each other grow along the way, not just, providing, assistance and, coaching, but like sharing experiences and helping guys grow a little bit through, what you've been through is a big thing for us.
Joe Musgrove, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good one we got here, man. Joe, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Pleasure, man.
Quick healings, and enjoy the rest of your day,
sir.
man.
You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I think first you can have that belief when you put the kind of work in that you do, that your body's going to heal right, and just trusting it. You talked about being an extension of the coaching staff. I would guess that that's going to be even more so this year with you not being able to actually do the physical part.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've tried to do this offseason to kind of get you into that mode in terms of being that extension? Because the reality is, although your arm might be useless in 25 this year, your mind's not going to be. And there's still a lot of guys, especially the ones who may be vying for your spot in the rotation that could lean on you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to help prepare these guys the best I can, and like guys like Waldron, guys like Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito, those are guys that are have really good stuff and are not far away from being middle of the rotation to top half starting pitchers.
Yeah.
So trying to share some things. That's something we talk about all the time in the clubhouse. Is like you bring something to the table on the field. Every day. That's kind of what brings you here and gets you to this level. But days that you're not playing as a starting pitcher, that's
4 o'clock. Welcome back to it. Second half of Wednesdays. Gwynn and Chris show. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., Matt Skraby. Tony has something to share in the wake of our last conversation, which had to do with the etiquette of a family father using his own personal miles on a plane to sit first class while he sent the rest of his family back to coach.
Now my story kind of popped in my head because you were talking about families, and although this has to do with my family, my blood family, it does have to do with my baseball family.
Okay.
As back in the olden day, when we used to travel from city to city. Yeah. Back in the
thank goodness for that. That might be the first time you've ever hit him with that.
About the early 2000s at this point. You fly in AAA Southwest. Typically those wake-up calls are about 2 o'clock a.m., 2:30 a.m.
To get at 5 a.m.
To get to the airport and get going. And after I got moved to the 40-man roster, I got a little change in my pocket at this point. And so
you're still in the minor leagues,
still in the minor leagues, right? They have to protect you on the 40-man. You're paid. This is like the first kind of, I would say, for, making $500 a paycheck, right? This is the first significant bump you get.
You're up to $750.
Right. A little more than $750, but you get the point. And one of the things I learned from some of the vets as you're traveling is get yourself some Southwest miles and add these, and as you're going to be traveling a lot of AAA, man, you're going to be going from city to city, you can rack up these miles. And so one of I forget who it was that I kind of saw this. He would we'd all be stuck in, Group D or Group C, the last, the last
C60.
group. It's
right. Yeah.
We all trying to scrounge for not having a middle seat.
A middle seat, yeah.
I saw one of the vets had just come down. I can't remember who it was, but
he'd been sent down, or he was on a rehab or something.
He was sent down, so he was with us.
Oh, so he's already angry.
It was the first trip out since he had been back, and he used some of his miles to upgrade his ticket. And I just remember walking by him you're already irritated. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's waving at us as we're going back.
Really? He's rubbing it in a little bit.
So I didn't know it at the time. It's probably, as you said, not the greatest etiquette. You're traveling with your teammates. Everybody's in the back.
But he already felt like he was separated from you guys because he should have been in the big leagues probably.
Maybe, but I know what? I took his cue the next time we traveled. After I had a little miles on mine, I was I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade too.
All right.
But then I felt so bad because my teammates were going.
Yeah, they're all walking by.
I got some good sleep.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't have a middle seat at that point.
One summer I traveled. We got to get to Chris with the fan, but I traveled with the Sockers when the indoor team was a little bigger deal than it kind of is now. And with all due respect to the franchise now, but people remember when the Sockers were big. And I was the broadcaster, and it was a summer season. Brian Quinn was the coach. If you're out there, Brian. And we played all over the country, indoor season, etc. One of the players' parents was a travel agent. So she set the travel up for the whole season. And as part of it, they gave her, for all the business, 3 first-class tickets to every trip. Well, we only had one coach. Brian Quinn was the whole coach. There was no staff. There was a trainer, and there was me, the broadcaster. Everyone else was a player. So in lieu of having 2 players get it and everyone else sit back there, me and the trainer got first class the whole summer. And I will tell you, with all apologies to all you soccer players who fell in the back, the thing I thought of was now I was in the seat where people were walking by looking at me going, what the hell's this guy doing there? Because that's usually what I think when I'm walking down the aisle. Like, how'd this guy get it? For one summer in my life, I got it. And it was great, for sure.
Glorious.
First class will change your whole travel.
It really
perspective.
does. You can't wait for a flight. How far is this one? 4 hours? Awesome.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to use it on the San Diego to San Francisco.
You want to use it on a long drive. Tell you real quick before we go, I got to do you guys remember this? I got to do the draft for the Padres the year we drafted Edwards.
Oh, yes.
And they got me a first class seat out on what was it? Blue.
JetBlue?
JetBlue. Man, it was like I got to kick my feet up. I was a little pod.
So what you're saying is they actually took care of you.
It's almost worth the money is insane how much more it is.
You know what?
But once you get there, it is pretty good.
I'm mad at that we don't get to experience flying like it was in the 70s, where it was like all the seats were had space.
And everybody got a meal.
There wasn't as many seats, but
everybody got a meal.
We need to go back to that.
When I was little on United, you could request ahead of time a McDonald's Happy Meal for your meal, and so my mom would always do that. I wanted, just once in my life, I want to get on a plane and smoke a cigarette on it.
They did back in the day.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I don't know why, but just once in my life, I want to do it.
I would give it to you.
Not only are you in a flying coffin, you are in a flying coffin with smoke.
I would give it to you, except for I went on a trip to Cleveland once with our sports editor, Dave Distel, at the LA Times, and he smoked like a chimney. And so I sit in his row, and I was getting blown out of there.
It is just bananas.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, let's play, and then we'll tell you what you can win if you win the trivia today.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. If Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question, or you win if you're a first-time player. Let us know before you get into it. You'll get that first question for free today, and today you're playing for a qualification for a chance to win the grand prize. Trip for 2 to see Sammy Hagar in Las Vegas, including 2 tickets to the March 20th show, a 2-night stay at Park MGM, and a $100 gas card. Sammy Hagar returns to Las Vegas with his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency. Get ready to rock with your favorite hits from the Van Halen/Hagar years. Sammy solo hits and more only in Las Vegas is March 11th through the 21st and September 18th through the 26th at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Let's go to our first contestant, Alan.
Hello, Alan. Happy hump day.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right.
First question.
Okay, I heard that sound that time.
Still hear it.
All right. Sorry, Alan. Go. No, wait. Tony's got to ask you the question.
No, Tony will go.
First question. Matthew Stafford played college football at what college?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, are you still there?
Can you hear us?
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Let me try again back. Alan, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
okay. All right, here we go, Alan. First question. Matthew Stafford played college football at what college?
Matt Stafford played at University of Georgia.
He's on it.
He's a Bulldog.
Good
that is
job.
correct.
Good on you. I didn't think he'd get. I thought that's not known by everyone. Nice job, Alan.
Oh, here we go. Second question. Who was the first coach of the Tennessee Titans?
Oh my. Can I pass? Is there a pass line?
Yeah. Well, you declined to answer. That gives me a chance.
That's also known as a pass.
As a pass. Steve McNair, I think, was the quarterback, but that's not what you're looking for.
It's not.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, no kidding. He died way too early. Jack Pardee.
Jack.
I don't
sorry,
remember.
who?
I know he was a coach of the Oilers way back when. I don't know this one, so
I'm surprised that Chris doesn't know this.
Too.
I'm
really,
surprised.
I should know.
Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, didn't make. I didn't. My mind. I don't know what's going on with my head today. Skraby likes to say.
Question number 3.
You're still there, Alan.
I'm here.
What historic first happened during Game 1 of the 2025 World Series? What historic first happened during Game 1 of the 2025 World Series?
This year.
This year.
This year's World Series. Game 1. What happened?
Shoot. No, I don't know that one.
All right,
He's going to pass.
He's going to decline to answer, Tony. Get ready.
Sorry, Alan.
Stay there, Alan.
First pinch hit grand slam, I think, is what you're looking for.
Wow. Goodness.
Barger.
All the way to the end. And he gets it
sorry,
right.
Alan.
Sorry, Alan.
I think number 2 was easier than number 3 on this occasion, but
Next contestant.
Since we have a guest, and
let's go tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, we got Trey White, Aztec defensive edge rusher
playing
coming on. So yeah, we're gonna have to
off the board.
I'm going to
wrap it
Snoop
up.
Huntley for our player today,
Who is
Tyler
it?
Huntley.
Who's that?
He played for your team last year. Tyler Huntley.
Oh, Tyler Huntley. I thought you said Snoop.
No, that's what they call him.
That's his nickname.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they call him
Oh,
Snoop.
I didn't know him well enough.
All right, let's go to Ollie. Ollie,
Hello,
are you
Ollie,
there?
How are you?
What's up, fellas? Good to hear from y'all.
Good to hear from
Good
you.
to have you
Stay
on,
right
Ollie.
there.
You know how the tiebreaker works.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
All right, good.
All right, I'm going to ask Chris a question. He's going to give me a number. Ollie's going to guess whether or not the actual number is higher or lower than what Chris said. Chris, how many touchdown passes does he have in his career?
How many years is
6
he?
years.
6 years. He's played like 6 games. 10.
10 touchdown passes. Ollie, is the actual answer higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher.
I think he's got it. Yeah,
You got it.
All right,
Yeah.
Ollie.
This
Well,
was
how many
the-
was it?
This was 12.
Oh, that was pretty close, actually.
Yes. This
All right.
was the weirdest Chris vs. the fans we've ever played, but Ollie wins. Why? There's just a lot going on.
We have a lot happening
Yes,
today.
let's do. All right.
All right, Ollie, good for you, though. You do win. You are as qualified as anyone else for the trip to Las Vegas. I don't even remember what the prize was because it was new yesterday.
Sammy Hagar.
Oh, yeah, Van Hagar.
Yes, Van Hagar.
Okay. Ollie, sit tight. Skraby, get your info, traffic, and then Trey White of the Aztecs looking to knock a few people over when he joins us next.
Tony Gwynn Jr. here for SDCCU. Take advantage of rates as low as 4.69% APR. Skraby. Aztecs in action this weekend. I'm talking football. We've been talking basketball, talking football now. They head to Hawaii, correct?
Hawaii, yeah.
Hawaii for sure.
Fun trip.
Yeah. Aztecs off to a terrific start. Finally got the cameras lined up and joining us here today. Oh, Skraby, I need the read. We got our guest today.
We'll read it after.
All right.
Bring him on. Let's bring in the defensive stud. Trey White joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. Trey, how are you, man? Thank you for joining us today.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on. I'm doing really well.
You guys off to a great start. This is now really your 4th year on campus, and this is by far the best team success that you've been able to experience. I mean, what's been the difference with this team here in 2025 is you guys continue to play good football.
Yeah, man, this team's just special. And I knew during winter workouts and fall camp that this team was going to be something. And I think it's not even just our talent and ability. I think it's our chemistry and connection that we have with each other. We do these things called non-football meetings, and we kind of get to know each other on a more personal and deeper level. And I think that's what really brought us closer and gave us something bigger to play for than ourselves.
Trey White, San Diego State is a local product.
Yeah.
Eastlake High School. And I'm reading here that you were a 2-star recruit. How much did that upset you, Trey White? Because you should have been a 4 or 5-star recruit from what I've seen. What kind of things did you use to motivate you going into college and help you become kind of the dominant type of player you've been able to become?
Yeah, you know, I did feel like I was very under-recruited during high school, but at least all I needed was a chance, and San Diego State gave me that chance, and I'm forever grateful for that. And just having the ability and the opportunity to get on that field and just prove myself and prove that I belong is the best feeling, and just being able to grow as not only a person but a player here as well has been great.
Trey White joins us, outside rusher for the Aztecs, 6 sacks. 8 tackles for loss, 31 tackles total. But it's not just you out there, Trey. The whole defense has been dynamite all season long. What kind of pride are you guys taking into keeping teams not just off the board, but throwing up zeros in a lot of these games?
Yeah, we have a really high standard on our defense. We take a lot of pride in the product that we put on the field, and our standard is always 0 points every week. So, you know, when Wyoming, for example, scored that first touchdown on that first drive, it was very upsetting to us. And then the rest of the game, we settled in and locked in. So it's just the high standard that Coach Orris and all of our leaders on defense and our whole defense has is what makes us great.
Trey White is one of the reasons that it works. You know, your ability to get into the backfield. Yeah. And Tony just talked about the sacks and the tackles for loss. He had 31 tackles last year behind the line of scrimmage. Trey, I mean, that's absurd. What's your first move? What's your thinking lined up? You know, take us into your head a little bit on maybe a play that you think going to be a run as opposed to a play you think is going to be a pass. Give us kind of what you're thinking and how you're going to beat your opponent.
Yeah, so if it's a run, my mindset is a little bit more low gear, trying to strike the lineman and then play off of that pretty much, depending on what the call is, whether I'm going inside or just setting the edge. But if it's a pass, then, you know, I'll widen out and I'll remember all the film I watched and all the tendencies that the lineman that I'm going against has. And I'll just think of the best move to use on him that we talked about during the week with my position coach, Coach Manning. And, yeah, that's really about it from there. And then really just being relentless and not giving up on the play and then running to the ball, obviously. And that's really where most of my plays are made, is just being relentless.
Trey, oftentimes when we're talking cornerbacks in general, right, the thought is if you got a good defensive line, that only makes that secondary better. But you guys have some ball hawks on your side of the ball. I mean, how much does it help knowing that your guys can cover man-to-man as well as anybody? Does that make it a little bit easier in terms of your mindset in getting to the quarterback, knowing you may have a few and maybe an extra click to get there?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. I know that quarterback might hold that ball for maybe half a second longer, and that half a second can be huge. It could be the difference between a sack or a non-sack. And our secondary is great. You know, we got Chris Johnson, Eric Butler, Bryce Phillips, Dwayne McDougal, Dale Sean Staley, all those guys, man, they're just locked down there, and you know they're one of the best defensive backs in the country. So you know, I was really happy to have them on our side and not have to worry about that quarterback getting that ball out too fast.
Trey White is with us from the Aztecs, and man, we're loving watching you play and watching this team play. By the way, he talks about the quarterback holding it on, onto the ball. I have a little advice for all the quarterbacks out there. Don't hold on to the ball a little long because Trey going to get you. So, you better throw it away before he gets there and put a lick on you. All right, so now it's 7-1, Trey. And, we've kind of been, Tony and I have been saying, with every game you win, the next one becomes a little bit more at stake. You guys are getting closer and closer to your goals of, winning this conference. And I know you're taking it game by game, but where are you guys at mentally heading into Hawaii? I would ask you about Boise State, but I know that the coaches won't let you look at that one yet.
Yeah, no, we're not moving on to that game just yet. We got to focus on this one right here. But Hawaii's going to be our hardest road game of the year. I feel like it's definitely hard to travel out there and play out there, just because of the time difference and the flight time and the humidity and stuff like that. There's a lot of factors that go into it, and Coach Lewis has just been preaching that this is strictly a business trip, which obviously it is. Can't get caught up in all the Hawaii island stuff. We just got to go in there and then just do our jobs and play to the best of our ability, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Trey, let's talk a little bit about the coaching staff. I mean, obviously, Coach Lewis and his staff have brought a different temperament. The thing I noticed all through, the rough season last year into the off season is Coach Lewis seemed like he was pretty steady. He was pretty even keeled. The expectation level was the same, but he never really went too high or too low. How big has this staff been in changing kind of the mindset overall in this program?
Yeah, this staff is great. I love this staff so much. It's like a family around the organization, and they set the standard every single day. Obviously, you don't have to yell every single day to set the standard. It's just kind of expected of everyone, no matter what your role is on the team or what position you play. Your standard is still high, and I think also it being like a family organization. Like I can go into Coach Matty J's office, who's offensive coordinator, and just chop it up with him about anything. So it's just that type of. You're just looking out for everybody, and you don't want to let people down around this organization. And it's just been great to have this new staff.
That's what happens when you get that type of staff that breeds that kind of environment. Guys don't want to let anyone down, and it's certainly showing the way you guys are playing.
Yeah,
Trey.
the guy you line up next to you don't want to let down. That's a big deal you hear about in football.
Absolutely not. Well, Trey, hey man, appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us. Good luck this weekend. Go Aztecs.
Keep it going, buddy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Trey White, defensive end for the San Diego State Aztecs.
Why do guys that play football and rush the edge and maul quarterbacks sound like the nicest, quietest, calmest guys?
I think they have to.
You know what I mean? Like he's a terror out there.
We only see him with the helmet on.
Right.
So I think it's probably in their best interest to give us a little different side of him.
Wow, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah,
but don't ask the other quarterback that.
Got some pipes too.
Yeah. I mean, he's not small.
I think he's got a career ahead. I'm not in charge of that scouting and NFL and what you got to look like, but you get to the quarterback, they'll find a spot for you.
They'll make a spot for you. No
right.
doubt. All right, let's get to break.
Oh, wait.
Who was he brought to us by, Skraby?
All guests on 97.3 The Fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. This has been a terrible show for me.
I think every time that he has to read that and it's not in the spot where
that's a minus point.
So
well, you're up to 6 now.
Oh, sorry. 6.
No, today, you know what, guys? I will say today I lose.
Okay. We're just going to give you the loss now?
I will take the loss for today because it's been weird.
Big Five. Hopefully that's ready.
Can rally,
on the other
Skraby. There's
side.
90 minutes left. Come on, man. We're counting on you.
I can't come back from this, guys.
Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris on
the time thanks to Trey White, Aztecs edge rusher extraordinaire. 12.5 sacks last year, 6.5 so far this year. So that tells me he's got at least 6 more left in him. Probably a few more than that, Tony. He has an impact on almost every play. And him plus the secondary. And there's other guys. I mean, they got linebackers, Latuli. I mean, this is a defense that has really, really been good.
6'2", 255 off the edge. And he gets low.
Right, because he's 6'2". He's not 6'5".
He gets low. You know who it reminds me a little bit? His name came up yesterday in trivia. Was it Dwight Freeney?
Dwight Freeney is a good call. He reminds number 93 on the Colts, if you remember him.
Reminds me a little bit of
short center of gravity, but he exploded. It's very strong. Really, this Aztec team, I was looking this up, Tony, before he came on. In their last 6 games, they're allowing 7 points a game, average. And at least 3 of the touchdowns they've given up in that stretch have been like garbage time touchdowns. Yeah. Like the game's way over and they give up a touchdown. So, I mean,
you heard them say their goal
is
0 when they step on the field.
The beginning of the season, when they lost their game, like, remember how much we were talking about how bad this team was going to be?
We were all prepared for another disaster.
But now they are on fire.
I love it. We'll see how much farther they can go. Tony and I have them playing Georgia in the playoffs, so that's just us.
Believe it.
We got Big Five.
Yes.
Skraby's wants to kind of let this one breathe a little, Tony. He wants a little extra time, he said today, for the Big Five. So let's get to it. After traffic.
He was trying to get your
no traffic.
No traffic.
Traffic isn't. I think we're having internet problems today.
You think so?
Because things are not updating on time, and my computer's being all weird. So we'll get you traffic as soon as we can. In
the meantime, just drive safely out there.
Yes.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, let's get into it with this Albert Pujols news.
Number 5.
It's not like news. It came from the Tyler Skaggs trial that's going on in LA, and so people are wondering why the Padres have not hired anyone yet for the job. And maybe this is a reason
was Pujols with the Angels during this time?
Yes.
Aha.
So here's what the Athletic is putting out there. And this was said in court, so it's on record. But it was, Eric Kay was sometimes going to players or going to people and asking to do crazy things for money. And so it was revealed that one of these events was taking a 90-mile-an-hour fastball to the knee. And this is from The Athletic. A superstar, Albert Pujols, egged him on. This was one of those various things. Now, the video of him taking the fastball off the leg was the first video or photographic evidence of Kay participating in these dares. In the video, Pujols is visible instructing Kay to, quote, stand like this, boom, take it like a man, end quote. They tried to reach out to Pujols. He did not get back to them. After this, one of the people from the organization notified Mike Trout, and then because they did not know before that he was using the money for drugs. Mike Trout, after he found out he was using the money for drugs, went and talked to him, and they stopped doing this stuff. So, Chris, do you think this is an allegation that could lead to him not being a manager this year?
I don't think so. This whole thing is crazy. I'm not a fan of the whole lawsuit is troubling to me a little bit. I still feel like Tyler Skaggs did himself in. I don't think it was the best of circumstances, certainly, but
no.
He still is the one that ultimately,
if I died when I was a drinker, it would have been my fault.
That's what I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I want people. I can't tell Tyler Skaggs this anymore, but I'd like to feel people are responsible for their actions. We all have decisions to make out there.
But this is about Eric K, and this is about Albert Pujols egging Eric K on in said video.
Maybe.
No, the video was played in court.
Yeah, I know, but this has nothing to do with Albert Pujols or his effect on Michael K and or
Eric K.
Michael K. Eric K and or Tyler Skaggs. This is just something for us to click on, right? Because ultimately, I don't know that this video is going to change the jury's mind in terms of whether Eric K or the Anaheim Angels are responsible for Tyler Skaggs' death. And it really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just evidence to prove that, I guess, K was behavior. Was who presented this, defense or the prosecution?
That's a good question.
Either way, it doesn't matter. You don't need to look. Yeah, I think it's a sad story, ultimately.
Yeah, it's Skaggs' lawyer is the one
that presented this. So this is to make Eric K look like
bad, make the Angels look bad.
Right.
Every situation is different, but I read a great book about Hank Gathers, who was the famous Loyola player who collapsed and died on a court many years ago in a basketball. He was a number 2 or 3 pick had he gone to the pros, and his parents sued everybody, up one side, down another. Every doctor, every trainer, every response person, blamed for his
part
death. Part of the grief. And they said so down the road that they wished they hadn't have done all that, because they realized that everyone involved did everything they could to save Hank Gathers.
Now,
and
as you said,
there's more to it, but that's the basis.
As you said at the top of it, that is a different circumstance than this one, right? I mean, this is there's illegal drugs being handed off and the environment that was in. But yeah, this is just a terrible.
Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Do you want someone like Albert Pujols, who is paying someone to take a 90-mile-an-hour fastball to their knee as a leader of men?
Yes, because it's normal baseball behavior.
Okay.
It really is.
No, I get it.
This is him. That egging on probably was capped off by Albert, but I'm almost positive Albert wasn't leading the way. Like, hey, man, stand in the box and get hit with this 90. Now, probably got to that point, and he was like,
hey, I'll give you this money if you go do this.
If you do it, that's normal.
Baseball players have a lot of time on their hands.
They have too much time on their hands. That's actually not a disgusting game either. There's plenty of things that happen in that clubhouse that are just boys being boys.
Okay. Chris, anything else on this one?
Nope.
Or men being men, I guess.
Yes. Boys being boys.
Number 4.
So Draymond Green has a podcast now, and it's called Why is Draymond Green Talking About Football? And he's making major news, and I'm falling for it right now. And I'm giving him the press that he really, really wants. But he said this about Dak Prescott.
Dak's a bum. Oh,
Dak's not a bum. He's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, that's fine. He getting some numbers and they stink. Dak's a bum.
He's not a bum, dog. He's a really good quarterback.
No, he's a bum. They'll never win with that.
You're too smart and you know too much about football to say Dak Prescott's a bum.
I won 4 championships, Jordan. So you got to understand, when I say bum, I'm not saying Dak Prescott isn't a good NFL quarterback. Of course he's a good NFL quarterback. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when the money's on the line, when it's for all the marbles, who are you? He a bum.
I totally disagree.
Yeah,
I totally disagree.
What has he done in those moments? Been a bum.
He is.
He's been a bum in a moment.
Okay, he says bum about 100
yeah,
more
we
times
got you,
in this whole
Draymond.
thing.
Okay.
My question to you guys, and Tony, you are up first. Is Draymond Green out of pocket for these comments?
Completely out of pocket. I don't have a problem with him saying that Dak Prescott hasn't performed well when it mattered most. But to call a man a bum, I think that's a disrespectful type deal, right? Like, he could have been like, he's not clutch, man. He never comes through when it matters most.
What about choke?
He could have even said choke.
Okay.
But once you start calling a dude a bum, I mean, can you imagine if the roles were reversed?
Draymond would be pretty big.
And Dak was like, "Oh, Draymond's a bum. All his triple singles and da 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 da." Like that would have been something that fired him up, I'm sure. And he certainly would have had something to say. But then I thought about it, and then I heard the name of his podcast. Repeat that for me one more time.
Why is Draymond Green talking about football?
That is the name of his podcast. That leads me to believe.
And why are we talking about why Draymond Green should be talking about
I already
football?
told you I'm falling for his trap.
That leads me to believe that he knows that he's out of pocket when he says that, but he wants you to tune into why is Draymond talking football. That's probably the first thing a football fan thought to themselves, a Dallas Cowboy fan in particular.
Why is he talking about football?
Why is this guy talking about football? I think he's playing right into the vein of what he knows sells.
Chris, you have any problems with this? Is Draymond out of pocket?
Yeah, 3-time Pro Bowler, Dak Prescott. You can't be a bum with that. But I also think Draymond Green is a little arrogant in the 4 championships because he is a part of it, but he's just a part of it. Steph and those other guys have been the real heroes behind it. And I think he feels he's above anyone who's won less than 4 championships. I was not a fan of that.
That's what Marcus Spears said on ESPN. He was like, yeah, Draymond, you won 4 championships, but you also had one of the best players of all time.
But you don't get to lord over
you
don't get to lord over everybody who doesn't have 4 championships. Dan Marino's not a bum. You know, I mean, Kobe Bryant won what, a 3? Tony?
5.
Oh, okay. Let me use the other one. Shaq won 3.
Shaq won 3.
Bum. That's what I was going.
Shaq won 4 because he got one.
Oh, take it back. Shaq's okay then.
You know, honestly,
Barkley's a bum. He didn't win any. Barkley's a bum.
I just always think about, like, when this gets back to Dak, is he just like, why? Why are you saying
I'm
this?
sure he. I mean, listen. If I was Dak, I'd feel away.
Would you reach out?
Hell no.
Would you accept his call if he called you?
To apologize, you mean?
I probably would.
Yeah.
I probably would. I don't see Draymond reaching out, though.
I don't see that either. All right.
Unless it'll get him more clicks.
Which he probably will record it or something. All right, we're going to go to traffic. And then on the other side, Mad Dog Russo was at it again.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Park 101 in Carlsbad, North County's football headquarters. Rough coastline ride this afternoon, guys. Got this collision near Oceanside Boulevard. It's in the center divide. Then up ahead, reports of a crash just before La Costa. It's over the right shoulder. Then this motorcycle accident near Manchester. I can't confirm anything if lanes are still blocked, but I am showing an improvement in speed. So looks like that may have been cleared out of lanes. South 805 before La Jolla Village Drive, reports of a stalled vehicle over to the right shoulder. Crash up ahead right before Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Those vehicles are in the center divide. Motorcycle involved in that one. And another crash just up ahead at Balboa. That's over to the right shoulder. Still this car fire on southbound 15 before the 805. It's over to the right shoulder, but looks like that right lane may be blocked with fire crews. Football is back, and Park 101 in Coastal Carlsbad is your game day headquarters. 10,000 square feet, 19 TVs, Bills Backers Club specials, cocktails, and ice cold beer. Park 101 at Carlsbad Village, North County's home for football. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Number 3.
So Chris Mad Dog Russo, as we all know, is known for his rants, and this one is spreading around social media yesterday and today. Here's Mad Dog talking about something.
When you're a national broadcaster and you're the voice of the sport on a big stage, when you did 1 million playoff games, and then they, in one of the crippling losses that a franchise is going to have in the history of the sport, that's as bad a loss as you're ever going to have. And I got Joe, basically the body's not even cold yet. And I got Joe at Dodger Stadium doing the freaking Dodger parade. Oh my God. That's bad. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. You can say I'm screaming and yelling about nothing. That would piss me off if I'm a Blue Jay fan. I got Joe Davis shaking everybody's hand. Give me a shaking freaking Ohtani's hand, and he's freaking wacky, getting rings. He's the announcer for the World Series. You think Kirk Gowdy was getting any of this nonsense?
Will you, Skraby? Enough. He's an idiot in this one. I don't need to hear any more.
Let me ask you the question.
You want to ask me a question anyway? Go ahead.
Does he have a point, or is Mad Dog being Mad Dog?
He's an idiot. First of all, Kurt Gowdy was the voice of the Red Sox when he was doing the game of the week. Red Sox didn't win any World Series, or he would have been there congratulating the players.
Right.
Joe Davis is the voice of the Dodgers. He also does the World Series. He was with these players all year long. He has every right to shake their hand afterward. And number one. Number two, he does a great job on the World Series, no matter what anybody wants to try to say. He's not a homer, I don't think, at all. And if you ever want to see a homer, watch the clip of Jessica Mendoza reacting to a Blue Jay home run that was hit in one of the games. I think a leadoff home run. They had a camera on Boog calling the home run, and she's like, Jessica, that wasn't great. Because you are the national radio voice of the game. But Joe Davis, leave this alone. Christopher. Mad Dog. I mean, he's Mad Dog for a reason, but he's
just
way
a
off
mad
this one here. Yeah.
dog.
This is stupid.
Tony?
Yeah, this is stupid. This is really stupid. This is very typical of
Enberg was a great national, but he was the Angels guy.
Right.
I mean, no national guy doesn't do a team as well. Dan Schulman, ESPN, he does the Blue Jays. So he would have been congratulating those guys.
Yes. This is
please.
It's silly. In Jessica's defense, I think you forget, especially in a postseason, that there's no cameras in your thing all year long, and then postseason comes on.
She got caught. She got caught.
Yeah, listen. This is dumb. I think Russo just needed something to be mad about on this one.
Yeah,
I totally agree with Chris. Joe is not a homer. He does the same call for Blue Jays and Dodgers. It's gonna be, that's kind of got that deep voice. I think he does a great job.
It's as fair as he can be,
for sure.
Jerry Coleman used to do the national games on the radio, CBS Saturday night. Guaranteed, if the Padres would have won a World Series, then he would have been all over those guys.
Russo's a lot older than us. I think I'm going to go on ahead and say he's a lot older than you.
He's madder than me too.
Why didn't he remember this stuff?
He should know Gowdy didn't win anything when he was the boy.
Because it doesn't fit his argument.
That's
right.
exactly
It didn't
why.
fit his argument. Yeah,
but he's not wrong.
Number 2.
He is wrong.
Dead wrong.
He's not wrong. I don't.
He's dead wrong.
I don't think that Joe Davis is a bad
guy.
So
who do you think should do it?
I have no idea. I'm not going to make up anything.
Do you think they should take the announcer from the worst team in baseball since they won't have to be in the World Series?
Hey, that would be our guy, Drew Goodman.
Yeah, Drew would get to do the World Series every year.
Drew's very good.
That idea.
Drew's very good.
He is good. He would like that idea.
He would love that idea.
Yeah, Joe Davis. I'll talk about it on the Scraby show. I don't think that he called anything unfairly. He doesn't. Don't want his voice on the broadcast, and then him.
How about if it
Did you hate it when Vin Scully used to do the World Series? The greatest announcer of all time.
I was too young.
How about if Kite and
Krug and Kite?
Krug and Kite did it.
I think it would be the same. I don't know what the answer is, but I think it's because Joe Davis does it for the Dodgers, and then he's like,
"That's the only reason why."
Didn't you hear him when they lost one of those games? He was like, "Shoot." I'm just kidding. He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Number 2.
All right, women's basketball yesterday. Crazy game. Cal State Northridge.
There's a long drive to left field. Pajes better get. Pajes. Oh, thank God. Pajes caught that one.
I just played that clip, everybody. That was the clip. Cal State Northridge played Bethesda in women's basketball. This game was bad. Cal State Northridge won 103-13. And Bethesda didn't even score a point in the first half. They didn't score their first points until the third quarter, and they only scored 3 points in the third quarter. So, Tony, I know that this is, money for Bethesda to come out here and play Northridge.
They don't come out anywhere. They're from Anaheim.
Oh, I thought this was Bethesda, Maryland.
You got paid a lot of money just to hop in the van and come on
Bethesda
down.
College is in Anaheim.
Yeah.
We played them last year. This is why I know.
All right, Tony, what's the point of this for Bethesda or Northridge?
A couple things. Their athletes get to play against some Division I opponents.
Yeah, this is an NAIA school.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Yeah,
they're not.
Their school, I'm assuming, is getting broke off to come play.
Yeah,
they have to probably cost them nothing. I mean, no travel really. You're already right there.
No hotels.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a great look. You'd like to be able to put up a better fight than 13 points, but it's kind of the world we live in.
Chris, what's the point of this?
Well, the Aztecs played them last year. I think it was a little confidence game. You know, everybody gets to score 20
hate
points.
to say it, but that's kind
of what that is for the Aztecs. Yeah, I was broadcasting that game last year, and I was like, yeah, this is really not even fun. So I get what you're saying, Scrape.
All right. On the other side, we may do number one.
We should do number one.
It's about Kevin Burkhardt. You guys know who he is?
We're talking announcers, Homer announcer again?
I'm not going to hate on him. He is an Iron Man, and I'll tell you why when we get back on ice.
Can we get back to Tom Brady?
Just a baseball.
Indeed, are ready to go. It's the happy hour. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matthew Skraby.
And nobody's happier about the happy hour than him because he can't wait to get this show over with.
Yeah, he has not had a
poor performance by Skraby today.
Poor performance
all the way around.
And now Skraby's irritated. See, we had the first hour of the show, Chris was irritated. The last hour of the show
It
is
all
going to be
comes back around, Scrab. It all comes back around.
At least I didn't fart during the show.
All right. See, now you're
back to the
low.
low blow.
That's low blow because it's so untrue. So untrue.
That's not what the chat told me.
Just lying on the airways. Not good.
It's been a weird day for all of us.
I don't know.
You
enjoying it?
You're enjoying it, he says.
Most of it.
All right, should we get to number one on the Big
Let's get
Five
to
and then we
number
can
one.
move on?
Number one.
Saturday night, Kevin Burkhardt was hosting Fox's pre and post-game coverage for Game 7 of the World Series. He hosted the trophy ceremony and anchored Fox's coverage of the celebration. But when the celebrating was finished, instead of going back home or back to the hotel for some rest, he hopped on an overnight flight from Toronto to Detroit. I actually thought about this, and that's not too far, so
that is
easier.
Closer.
Where he was on the call for the Lions and the Vikings that day at 1 p.m. Eastern. It doesn't make him the actual most versatile sportscaster on TV, but pulling double duty for two sports in less than 24 hours is not easy, and the impressive feat did not get overlooked by his Fox colleagues. Chris Thompson referred to him as the network's MVP. Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10, since both of you guys have broadcasting experience like this, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it to do this?
0.
Call 2 gate? What do you mean?
0. He's a broadcaster. He's a professional broadcaster. Here's the thing. I respect Burkhardt. He's at the top of the game. He's good. But because he did 2 games in a short amount of time does not do anything for me. If I had the chance, would broadcast a game in California, and if you gave me another one in Georgia the next day and told me the only way I could get there is an overnight flight, I'd study my notes on the overnight flight, and I'd call the game in Georgia. And then I'll tell you what, the next day I'd go to Toronto if you wanted me to and do whatever sport I got to do. I love broadcasting. I assume he does as well. He's getting an opportunity of a lifetime to be at this level and do an NFL game and host the World Series. Why would he turn it down? Kirk Herbstreit gets the same applause because he makes $1 billion to do a Thursday night game, another $1 million to do a Saturday game in college. Why would he say no? So I'm not trying. I'm overstating. It's good that he's doing it, but I think anybody would. Is why I went 0.
What
Tony,
was the question again?
1 to 10. How difficult is this to do?
The difficulty lies in the amount of information that you have to have
digest
in those 2 days.
That's true.
Obviously, he's going to be given first class amenities in terms of flights.
I heard he was on
hotels.
Southwest C Group.
Hey, he might have been.
Doubt
Fox might be doing it.
I
like
also
that.
doubt he doesn't have a producer that's giving him a stack of information. He didn't have to look
Probably
up. Even.
true, yeah.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm not going to go that far. I think it's a pretty difficult feat, and I'm sure he had no problem doing it. So I'm gonna give him an 8.
8.
I'm gonna give him 8. Yeah,
I'm staying 0. Sorry. I'm jealous. It's more because of my
That's
jealousy.
what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's jealousy. Who wouldn't want to have the opportunity that he's getting, that he has, that he's earned, whatever? I don't know why you would say no.
I don't. By the way, he never complained about this.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well,
it was just a
think...
internet debate about how difficult this actually is, because all the fans in the comments said what Chris said. It's not that hard. You just have to get on a plane.
Right.
Well, it's harder than that.
And there lies
it's
the
harder
problem
than that.
right
it's
there.
harder than that. But I just think as a professional broadcaster at his level, I do. The women's basketball game, for instance, I pretty much come up with most of the info, digging myself.
Yes.
Producers do that for Kevin Burkhardt. Helps his cause. He's a good announcer. He should be able to do it with no problem, and I think that's why he didn't even make a deal out of it.
That answer it puts in a capsule why fans view things the way they do. Because someone like Chris, who's been a veteran in the media broadcasting game, is on here saying, that's a zero, man. Anybody should be able to do it. You just get on a plane, study some notes, get on out there. You'll be fine. Anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm. And then he's like, Shohei Ohtani back to pass.
That would be
come on. We all know that Shohei's next move is the NFL. So
I did say that a good broadcaster could do it. I understand that somebody who's not a broadcaster would have no chance.
Yeah. No, yes.
Doing this.
I remember when I worked Chargers radio when they were still in town, Josh Lewin had a game in Baltimore for the Chargers, and then he had like a Mets playoff game that he needed. So he chartered himself a helicopter from Baltimore to New York because that was the only way to get there.
He was going to get there.
And he was more than happy to do it because he loved broadcasting.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Josh
that's
Lewin
what he did. He was very good.
Yeah.
Boom.
So there you go.
Sorry, Zero, but I'm trying to make a point here.
There's our big five that lasted 2 segments.
All I'm telling you, Tony, is if you gave me the chance to do the World Series and then an NFL game, I'd be there in a heart.
I honestly don't think anybody's like saying poo to that. Like everybody would take that. I think. I would assume that everybody would take that opportunity.
The job?
Yes.
Yes. You don't say no to something like that.
I mean, I don't think anybody is like, I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh my gosh. You know who should be calling the World Series? Let's flip it. Joe Davis do the celebration stuff because he loves the Dodgers, and then have Kevin Burkhardt do play-by-play.
I like Kevin Burkhardt big time. He was my when I went in for my audition, he was like the host that kind of did the audition with me.
Really?
Yeah. Back in, was that 2015, 16?
That's awesome.
So,
nice guy.
Great guy. And I got to know him because he used to be the sideline reporter for the Mets. And so playing.
Oh, well, then you can't have him do the World Series because the Mets are
But he's not with the Mets anymore.
But he was once with them. He might have some ties there.
Well, the Mets need to get to the World Series first. Okay.
He grew up a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So the next time you watch a Eagles game that he's doing, make note of that. It's great.
You know what?
I hope the next Eagles game he does is against the 49ers, just to tick you off.
See, that doesn't bother me.
Yes, it would. Oh, you would go crazy if he made it.
No, because I've never felt
nice catch by Saquon Barkley. It was not. You liar, you homer.
I think
you homer.
Joe Davis is more tied to the Dodgers than Kevin Burkhardt is tied to the Mets.
So
certainly,
the Padres have a broadcaster that.
Yeah, Don Orsillo does national games.
Is he good?
He could easily be on a Padre game in the playoffs on TBS someday.
Yeah,
no question.
Remember when he did that Roku game and he was supposed to be down the middle, and everybody in San Diego didn't like it because they wanted the Happy Don.
But see, that's
Happy Don.
I mean, he couldn't do that though. He was
I understand
neutral. As was Joe Davis.
I think it's really hard to stay neutral, especially when you're like Don Orsillo and you're calling games every day, and you want that team to do well because then you get to do fun things.
It's a zero. Professional, man. You do your job, Skrabe. You do what you're there to do. Tony Gwynn Jr. was on a TBS game with the Padres. You'd see a different broadcast. I guarantee it. Because he's that good and he's that into his profession to do it right.
I just would love to hear the Tony during the national broadcast.
He might not be able to help that because that kind of squeezes out.
Oh, man.
Indeed. Little update. Knicks ahead of the T-Wolves 28. It's about to be 28-26. TV's a little bit behind my computer.
So he's going to make this shot is what you're saying? Yep,
yes, he is. There it is.
There
now it's 28-26. to what we got. I think Friday. Don't know who it's going to be yet, but we're going to get to hear from one of the Aztec hoopers on Friday. Haven't got word of who just yet.
I'm going for Miles Heidi.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I think that's exactly who it is.
No way, really?
We're just trying to get
throwing a name out there.
We're just trying to wait on the time.
I'm a fan of Miles Heidi.
I am too, man.
I can also tell you that his first year, a couple of years ago, people were a little hard on Miles. I tell you, he has worked his butt off to become a very effective player on offense. He was already a good rebounder and defensive player.
That's exactly.
But he's a guy you can get the ball to.
Yeah, no, I think people were hard on him because he got off to a great start his freshman year and then kind of, tailed off there. And had been kind of searching for that ever since. Yesterday, I thought was a good step in the right direction, man. More bigs for the Aztecs.
Chris, do you want to explain why you were angry at the Aztecs last night?
Why? It was like at 2 o'clock.
You started the show like super angry about how they played.
I don't think I was super angry. I thought they played quite a bit.
We talked through it, though.
Yeah, we did.
We talked through it. You're trying to antagonize again is what you're trying to do.
Yeah, they started a little out of sync. A lot out of sync.
They did.
But, the more you read and find out that, they had starters out and guys injured and foul trouble, made more sense. Yeah. And once they got the groove,
they got rolling.
They were rolling.
All right, so let's get to break. We got plenty. Well, not plenty. We got 2 segments left, but we do have our biggest fan coming up here very, very soon. Stay tuned. More Gwynn and Chris.
I hope it's you out there.
More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
There's no excuse for being.
Tony,
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony,
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh.
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't. Yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower?
I hope he didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box in the top right corner because it's just the corner of his room.
I'm going to look now. I'm kind of intrigued.
Oh, someone says maybe he's in the bathroom. I don't know.
He's been known to go there, as have all of us, frankly, but him more than most.
Over under, Tony just forgot that he was doing the show.
That's not nice. Yeah, so maybe that's what they're thinking.
You know what just hit me, Chris?
No.
What if Tony went out to get like ice or something and he forgot his room key?
That is something that he is more than capable of doing.
Because he would never be gone this late. This long with knowing that he was on the show.
No kidding, man. We took a commercial break like 5 minutes ago and he has not returned.
I'm going to text him.
Like, are you out in the hall trying to get into your room right now?
Everything okay?
Oh no.
Question mark.
Scaring me. No. Did you hear back from Tony yet?
No, I'm thinking
something.
I'm thinking he locked himself out. He doesn't have his phone because it's in the room, so he's down at the front desk or something. I
don't know. I'm sure there's a story in here somewhere.
There's definitely got to be a
air.
story. Anyway. I was very concerned about Tony, and I took him off the screen because he's not back. I guarantee you he got locked out of his room.
I don't think you're wrong because that makes sense. But how far away is the lobby? Of course, the New York hotel, it could be one of those ones where you got to wait a while to get up to the...
And he's just sitting in line. I don't know why I find this so funny, but it is.
Well, it's funny if he comes back with a funny story.
Yeah, like I locked myself out.
It's not funny if he fell and hit his head somewhere and we don't know where he is. That's not funny.
Of course, that's not funny.
He's obviously not with his phone because he hasn't gotten back to us.
Has Tony locked himself out before? Not during the show, but sure he has at one point in his life.
Of all people, Tony would certainly seem to be one who would do it.
Oh, August also says, Clinton said, got to use the key card for the elevator too. So maybe he's just stuck.
You can't even get down? No, you don't need the key card to go down.
Okay.
You only need those to go up. You should be able to get down to the lobby to say, hey, I locked myself out. In New York City. But if we do, can you go to the Padre Hotel and knock on Tony's door? We don't know where he is still.
No.
Still hasn't come back.
And I turned on
It's been 20 minutes now.
I know. Now I'm starting to get a little worried.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
What
happened?
I don't know. I would call the front desk of the hotel, but I have no idea where they're staying.
I don't know where they're staying either. And when you sent him a text and said, is everything all right? We have not heard back from him. He is still not back in his room.
I bet you he is standing in line in the lobby as we speak.
I'm trying to get his key back.
Someone said text Jesse or Dave. And
it's really not a bad idea. Maybe at the next break, though.
Yes.
If we get to the next break, we got to text those guys so that they can go make sure he's okay. Because I don't know where he is. It's crazy.
Dave Marcus is probably the one to text.
We'll text Dave.
Because he's, Jesse could be doing anything, but Dave's always there ready to go.
You're trying to say Dave has a ho-hum life and he'd just be sitting around waiting for a text, whereas Jesse might be busy? Is that what you're...
Dave's been doing this job for like 30 years. I don't think what is the word I'm looking for? Never mind.
All right. Well, there's certainly an explanation, but we don't have it yet.
Text Scan. I don't know Scan well enough to text him.
We're going to text Dave if this gets to the top of the hour, and we still don't have a Tony Gwynn Jr. sighting. All right, do we just go to traffic like it's normal behavior time? I mean, it just seems weird.
We got to move on with the show.
Show must go on?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to do the good, the bad, and the really, really weird and ugly next here after traffic. All right, it's with less enthusiasm than usual that we embark on the good, the bad, and the ugly for week 2, Skrabe.
I'm going to try not to worry too much.
I'm going to try not to worry also. I'm not necessarily the worrying type.
I'm not either.
But, I'm intrigued now at this point. Like it's with this long pass to Devontae Smith.
He's back!
Helped put him there.
Hold on, he's back, everybody!
Stop everything.
I literally, we went to commercial break. I laid on the bed, and then I just fell asleep.
He fell! I never even considered it!
Tony, you care to...
Tony, I don't know where Tony went.
Because Tony...
I see the corner of his room.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be back shortly. Harbaugh...
I'm not sure where he went. I might text him to see if he's okay here in a second.
Hope he didn't, yeah.
Did you think he fell in the shower or something?
I hope he didn't meet with foul play.
You think he met with foul play in our commercial break?
I don't know.
I mean, he is in New York City. So.
He's in New York City. It could be, you never know.
All right, we'll just go forward.
We're just going to go forward without Tony. I'm sure he'll rejoin us when he gets a moment.
Everybody stare at that box. And
some fits and starts, but I mean, overall, I think it's been a pretty fun show today. Hope you've enjoyed, been a part of it. Stick around. We got another 45 minutes before we give it to Skraby, and he really has trouble. The Chronicles. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do by yourself tonight.
The Chronicles were on fire last night.
If the way you've been with us is any indication.
Oh.
The Chronicles was on fire last night?
It was on
fire. Like we should have torched the whole thing?
Do kids still say on fleek?
No.
Okay.
Did they ever?
Passed you by.
No, but I did talk about the Dodgers thing, and I didn't talk about it in the fact that the Dodgers, are ruining the game. I got as mad at the teams that aren't spending money as the teams at the top of spending money.
I'm going to go back and listen. I don't believe that for 1 second.
I think the people really liked it.
I'd rather just, honestly, if my choice is to go back and listen, I'd rather just take him at his word.
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
For real.
What a jerk.
That's a great call.
This hour, 97.3 The Fan, brought to you by U.S. Wellness Meats. Give me some of that U.S. Wellness meat. It offers 100%
Give me some meat.
Yeah, grass-fed beef, pork, poultry, wild-caught seafood, and more. Shipped free from Family Farms. Get 20% off your first order at uswellnessmeats.com. That is the way to go. That's the way to go. You put an order in for some meat, you walk around for a couple of days, and then a whole bunch of meat shows up at your house. Love that. Great idea.
Man.
That's brilliant idea. What?
I'm too much of a child to go with that.
I know. I can't get anything past you guys. Quick note on the NFL. NFL saw this today, and I was a little surprised. Just brought it up with Skraby. This week, there's buys in the schedule, right? Teams are off. Cincinnati's off this week. Dallas, Tennessee, Kansas City. So I'm looking ahead, and I'm like, who still has a bye left, right? It seems like almost everybody's had one. Next week, Indianapolis and New Orleans are the only two teams off. That's week 11. Week 12, you got 4 more teams: Chargers, Dolphins, Broncos, Washington. So now I'm thinking, man, that's pretty late in the season for buys. Week 13, there are no buys. So I'm thinking, okay, that's it then. Week 12 is the end of the buys, and, everybody gets to finish the season. Not true. Week 14, December 7th, Patriots, Giants, Panthers, and your 49ers.
There's 4 teams on bye.
Week 14, they're having buys. I don't ever recall this happening this late in the season.
I think it did. And recently it started.
Really? This late, though? Like December, where you've played the whole season practically.
Listen,
now they're going to give you a bye.
I'd rather have my bye in 14 than in week 3.
No, I
think the first bye start, week 5?
Week 5.
Fine, week 5. I'd rather have it late than early.
Right, but they're spreading them out now over 10 weeks. I think that's weird. I also, maybe it's an advantage. Like you just saying, for the 49ers and the Patriots, who might get a week to rest before the playoff run. I don't know if that'll be the case. I also want to tell everybody out there, if Christian McCaffrey has been leading you and dominating you and helping you win your fantasy league,
be ready for that week.
You better have your playoff spot clinched before the final week 14.
Last year,
if you're regarding on Christian that week, you ain't going to have them.
Last year, they had 6 week 14 buys.
They did. Okay.
What's the point of not doing it in week 13? What's the point of skipping all buys on week 13?
Week 13 is
to
the
just do week 14.
Well, week 13 is the Thanksgiving weekend holiday.
That's why maybe that's why.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So week 14 buys. I thought that was a new thing, but you said it was last year.
They did do it last year, yes.
Okay. Here is a new thing. Did you hear about JJ McCarthy? He has an alter ego, apparently.
Oh, yes, I saw this.
I thought it was fun to bring up because Kevin O'Connell said that he has, quote, learned to get the hell out of the way for my own safety when it comes to dealing with JJ McCarthy during these moments of JJ McCarthy's intensity. And JJ McCarthy said, I kind of love feeding that wolf.
Oh, yeah. JJ, that's fine.
JJ, whatever it takes, right? He goes, but also I think there's a lot of power that comes from that built-up anger that you can transmute into your performance. I don't even know the word transmute.
I was just about to say, he's a big word guy, too.
Yeah, that word.
He's a Michigan grad, man.
Right.
Leave him alone.
So,
listen, here's the deal with that. That's fine. You can have an alter ego. You better win football games.
Otherwise, they're going to start locking you up in the loony bin, right?
It's just all for naught if you're going out there and losing games.
Right.
Trust me, at the quarterback position, that's what they're looking at. I don't care about if you got a crazy mindset or if you're just this cool, calm, collected quarterback. Win.
Well,
Baby,
he did win last week. He beat the Lions in Detroit. He's also beaten the Bears. He's 2-1 in the 3 starts he's made this year. They're playing the Ravens this weekend, so that'll be a good test.
That will be a good test.
You're gonna need that alter ego.
Yeah. I bet you Ray Lewis. Actually, I don't think Ray Lewis had an alter ego. I think that was Ray Lewis behind there at the middle linebacker. Just Singletary, guys like that.
How do you guys feel about this? Because I think you guys are going to think I'm crazy. Maybe Chris will come to my side. But when players in the NFL, the newer players, only put one eye black, but they put it all down their face.
I cannot stand it.
It's one eye. We're not in college or Pop Warner anymore.
I'm just saying, at the pro level,
Some guys have it just covering their face.
The ultimate warrior.
That's what Aiden Hutchinson does. I know that JJ McCarthy does one eye.
Aiden does it on both sides.
He does. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know that it works anymore because everyone does it. Like at one time, you maybe looked a little intimidating, and the guy looked over and went, "But that guy's kind of a lunatic."
I can't hate on that. We used to have one pan leg up at one point in my life.
You had what?
One pan leg up. Pull it up. Sweatpants.
I was like,
what?
Yes, I remember that.
I can't.
I lived in the world when the eye black was actually like a goo that you squeezed out of a tube.
I lived in that world too.
Okay, so I would put it on. And then invariably in the first inning, God, I got an itch, and now it's a disaster. I stopped wearing it.
I wore it black one time, and I did the same thing.
Problem.
I was like, I'm not doing that again. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
what is it now?
They wear the Band-Aids. Yeah,
it's a strip now, so you could wipe your face.
They still got the.
They got the goo.
You got some guys who do the smeared thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Bryce Harper does that.
Bryce can do that. He's allowed.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I think it's I think a little war paint. I get it. I kind of get it.
Can Chris come in with eye black on tomorrow for the show?
No, because I'll wipe my face and it'll go all over. That's why I wouldn't do it. I already wore the Fred Flintstone. What else do you want from me?
That's true.
Come on.
You did wear the whole
That
outfit.
is very true.
I was not ready for that.
You've come with nothing so far, Scrape.
Oh yeah, Jackson Merrill has a bunch of eye black on it, but his is like on both sides.
That's exactly. He's not doing the one eye.
Yeah, the one eye is what I have the issue with.
I'm fine. Like I could deal with the Ultimate Warrior paint, but just give me two.
Yeah. Because this eye is going to be struggling with the sun.
You do know what the whole point of the eye black was.
Does it
right?
work? I wouldn't even know.
It's supposed to absorb the sun's rays.
Like, could you look at the sun with eye black? It's still going to hurt.
The sun off your face.
Yeah. I think it's a fugazi.
By the way, JJ plays indoors, so there's no sun.
That's another one. The eye black guys at night are a little silly. It's a fugazi. One last thing on the Vikings, real quick. We got another minute. Andrew Van Ginkel, great linebacker that the Dolphins just gave away, stupidity. I think he is a really good player for the Vikings. Anyway, he made a tackle the other day against Gibbs, but now the Vikings are saying he made the tackle while he was getting a cheap shot. Linebacker Eric Wilson said it was an absolute bull bleep shot from receiver Khalif Raymond. I guess it was one of those chop down blocks. The only reason I'm bringing it up is I want to stick up for the kneecap cannibal. I really do. I love his enthusiasm and his intensity. But how many more do we get Lions blamed for cheap shots before we start kind of believing some of it might be true? Because we're hearing a lot of it, and a lot of it has to do with the Lions. And usually, Campbell says, this is a bunch of malarkey.
I think so. I think we do hear things from more physical teams that they're pushing the envelope on what's legal, what's not. I don't know. A lot of guys be crying foul when there's no foul too. So I guess at some point there should be some video of it that we get to see and make a decision for ourselves.
Yeah. I just, the Lions have been one of the, I think a really great story. And I think Cannibal is a guy I like, but I don't want him crossing the line.
I mean, the guy said when he took the job that he was going to bite kneecaps. I mean, he told us from the beginning what he was going to do.
He kind of warned everybody.
All right, but if you say you're going to commit a crime and then you commit one, does that mean you can tell the officer, "Hey, told everybody I was going to do it"?
I did warn you this was going to happen.
I warned you. I was going to knock over that fruit stand later.
Fruit stand, huh?
I don't know.
Can you read the tease to the biggest fan, please?
Yes, the biggest fan was going to be announced, or is going to be announced when we come back. I hope you're in the running for it. If you're not yet, make sure you get signed up at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Today's winner when Gwynn and Chris returns.
Ben and Woods.
On the clock, congratulations to today's biggest fan, Jesse Witten of San Diego. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes. 833-288-0973, and you'll qualify for our grand prize. That's 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all of the Fan staff later this season. Remember to register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan. Jesse Witten. Give us a call. You got 10 minutes. Got less than that now. You got 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
You know what? I'll restart the clock for Jesse.
All right, now you got a full 10.
Because we are like 20 seconds behind.
5:46:40 is what you got.
Jesse Witten, long lost relative of Jason Witten.
Hard hitting
Mark Witten. Yeah, we got a couple of Wittens out there. Good for you, Jesse. Call us, man. Most of us people do call. They're listening.
We've had callers every one so far.
They want to get the
not the first one.
Oh, the first one we did.
No, we didn't get one. The first one. I should explain because the other two shows have it at the same time every single day. Since we have Mondays and Thursdays short show,
we do a little different time.
Yes, we're gonna do it like the last segment before the show ends. So
today it was 5:30. Tomorrow it'll be 4:20.
Yeah, right before Gwynn and Chris pick 'em, we'll do it.
Did you know that one last? Do we have time for one?
We got 3 minutes.
40.
Okay, I was looking this up. The Golden State Warriors, talking about their success, and I thought I'd check into it because I couldn't remember this. They've won in the last 10 years. They've won 4 championships. And they've been to the finals 2 times. They lost once in the finals to Cleveland in the classic comeback game by LeBron and company. And the other one they lost in the finals to Kawhi and Toronto. So that's 6 of their 10 years. They've been in the finals. A 7th year, Tony, they got to the second round. Do you know who beat them?
Who was this again?
The only team to beat the Warriors before the finals in the last 10 years.
Lakers?
Your Lakers.
Yeah, that was a playing game, wasn't it?
No, it was the second round.
Oh, it was second round.
Well, the reason I bring it up, the other 3 years that the Warriors didn't win the title or make it, they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
All 3 of those years,
I think,
including the COVID year.
I think you had Klay Thompson miss a year because of the Achilles.
It's just weird. I mean, I didn't realize that as good as they've been, they're even better when you consider the fact that in the last 10 years, they've won 23 playoff series and lost 3.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
That's why Draymond feels like he can talk
That's right. He's called Dak Prescott a bum. 23-3 in playoff series. But, last year they didn't make it. So when they make it
all the way.
They make it. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Alden Gonzalez joined us earlier to talk before you talked a little bit of Dodgers early, but we got into some Padre talk. Great conversation. Here's some traffic first, and then Alden Gonzalez.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Seeing some improvements on the coastline. Southbound 5, an accident has cleared near Mission Avenue. Reports of another crash past Cassidy Street, but not showing if lanes are blocked. And that fatal motorcycle accident has cleared from lanes near Manchester. Still seeing a little residual there. Also, traveling on southbound 805, stalled tour bus right before Adams Avenue. It's in the fast lane. Stall has been cleared over the right shoulder on South 15, just past the 163. But we got another stall up ahead right before Arrow Drive. It's in the center divide. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan.
Alan, how are you today, sir?
I'm great, guys. How are you?
We're good. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us, talking baseball. Obviously, want to get into the Padres situation, where they're at right now, but let's start with the World Series. I think we all thought it's one of the greatest ever, maybe the greatest ever. I'm curious what you think. And where does this leave the Dodgers now? How should we categorize them, or is it too early to do that? Do we need a little more time to go by?
Well, if you ask them, they are in the thick of a dynasty.
That's
how they see it.
That's why I'm asking you, Alden. I don't want to ask them.
Look, I'll tell you what. You're going to hate this, but I don't really disagree. Like, that's 3 titles in 6 years. That's the first team in 25 years to go back-to-back. And I would argue, too, that to go back-to-back in an era with so many playoff rounds, I mean, the Dodgers had to win 4 playoff rounds to win the World Series. And you saw how that World Series was and how close it was. It is hard to win a championship. And when you layer that on top of just their dominance in the National League West, winning the division 12 out of 13 years. I mean, what they needed over these last few years was they needed to stack championships on top of their regular season success. And now that they've done that, and oh, by the way, they have deeper pockets than anybody else, and their farm system is still rated top 5 in the industry, and they have obviously all this talent. Like, I'm not saying they're just going to keep winning every year, but they're going to be in the thick of it for years to come. And I think we're going to look back on this and think like this was an era that was dominated by the Dodgers. To the chagrin of all those people in San Diego, it's just the reality.
Yes, unfortunately,
Yeah,
Alden,
it's hard to argue. You didn't leave us much room for argument.
There's
Alden.
no room for argument.
Lots of chagrining down here.
Yes.
Alden, let me ask you this. I mean, you look at how the season kind of unfolded for the Dodgers. They were missing, 4/5 of their rotation early in the season. Whether it was planned or it just worked out that way. Can they run it back and do it in the same way? Can you risk having a Blake Snell, a Glass now out for the first half of the season, and then only to get the best Shohei Ohtani, who's going to be healthy for the first time coming into next season? Can they do it the same way, or does it have to look a little bit different? A little bit of luck was on their side this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I do think it has to look a little bit different, but I don't think it needs to look different in the rotation. I actually think it needs to look different offensively because, I mean, look, yeah, Tony, you're absolutely right. Like, starting pitchers break down. But when you look at what they have for 2026, I mean, they're not going to, unless they could go trade Tarek Skubal, and then the entire industry will just sort of blow up and like everybody will stop playing baseball. I don't think that they're going to target much for their rotation. You mentioned it. It's Blake Snell, it's Tyler Glass now, it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, it's Shohei Ohtani. And then beyond that, though, you have Emmett Sheehan, you have Roki Sasaki, who they hope to move back into their rotation. You have guys like Gavin Stone and Kyle Hurt and a bunch of younger guys that we've forgotten about because they were recovering from injury. So their starting pitching depth is going to be a major strength. My question with the Dodgers, well, number one is going to be the bullpen. They have to address the bullpen. It was a disaster this year. They won in spite of it. Just like they won in spite of the rotation the year before. But my bigger question, too, is the offense. This is a team that's older. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, they're getting older. Even Shohei Ohtani, Max Muncy. Do they look to supplement there? And more specifically, how aggressively do they look to supplement there? They could use another bat. They've already been linked to Kyle Tucker. I personally don't see them giving Kyle Tucker a 10 or 12-year contract as some people have projected. I see them as a team that might be sort of on the periphery. If his market sort of doesn't materialize the way he wants, they'll be there. But who knows? I mean, we've seen the last 2 off seasons. They just go out and get whoever they want. And they don't care who gets mad about it. They just go do it because they can. So that's what I'm going to be interested in looking at is, in addition to their bullpen, do they address their offense? Because I don't think that they could run it back with exactly the same group.
Alden Gonzalez is with us from ESPN. And God, from your mouth to God's ears, Alden, please let the Dodgers give somebody to having, a solid number 8 hitter in the lineup rather than, people like Tommy Edman and automatic outs like that. All right. Anyway, Dodgers, it was exciting. There's no question. And everything you say is true, whether we want to admit it or not. But let's turn to the Padres. Are you hearing anything, manager? Because nobody seems to be. It's down to them and the Rockies as the only 2 left. And why do you think it's taking so long? Could it have something to do with the fact that they haven't extended A.J. Preller? Or are they just, making sure they, go through the paces here? What is the thinking around baseball?
I'm really not sure why they haven't made a decision yet. I wonder if maybe some of that might have to do with the fact that, maybe there were members of the Dodgers staffs or Blue Jays staffs that they wanted to interview after they were done with the World Series, but I don't know that to be sure. What I've heard is what's been reported. I saw that Kevin Acee reported this as well. That it's Nick Hundley and it's Ruben Niebla and it's Albert Pujols. And I think at the end of the day, this hiring who they land on might ultimately tell us who's making the decisions here, right? Yeah. And I don't know whose guy is whose. But I do wonder about whether it's going to be AJ Preller, who, as you mentioned, is on the last year of his contract, or if it's going to be ownership or somebody like Eric Grupner, who's closely tied with ownership, who's going to make the decision. And I do wonder, and I don't know this to be sure, but I wonder if that's part of the struggle right now in terms of who wins out, who gets that job. But I will say, in the meantime, there was news today that Victor Rodriguez, their hitting coach, is joining the Astros.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge loss. I think Victor Rodriguez is one of the best hitting coaches in baseball. And I think he made a big impact on that lineup in terms of how to adjust to hitting in that ballpark. And I will say this too, if Ruben Niebla doesn't get the manager job, it would be really important for them to keep him as their pitching coach.
No doubt.
And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but like, I thought Ruben Niebla and Victor Rodriguez were two of the best at their jobs. They were major assets on that coaching staff. So the hope would be, I think, especially for Ruben Niebla, who's one of the most well-regarded pitching coaches in the game. I know he wants to manage, but that might be part of the thinking too with the Padres is, they don't want to lose Ruben Niebla in any capacity. Maybe that pushes them to give him the manager job. But this is a big decision. Look, and if it's AJ Preller who ultimately makes this decision, he's not going to get to hire another one. This is going to be it.
Yeah.
So he's got to get it right.
Yeah, Alden Gonzalez joins us here, ESPN, and you're 100% right. I agree. Both Victor and Ruben are two coaches that are as good as it gets in this league. You already lost one. Do you have to keep the other? In order to keep the other, does he need to be a manager? They got a lot to sort out. Let's talk a little bit about actual free agency now that the season has ended. Who do you think is the biggest chip? I mean, obviously Pete Alonso, Kyle Schwarber's out there. Who do you think is the creme de la creme at the top?
Well, it's Kyle Tucker. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's going to get the biggest contract. The combination of just how great a hitter he is, along with the speed and the defense, and the fact that he's going to be, I think he's 26, 27 years old as a free agent. I mean, that's prime age to be a free agent. So the big question with him is going to be health. He's had some bad injury luck these last couple of years, but he's going to get the biggest contract in free agency, there's no doubt. Outside of him, probably Cody Bellinger is a big one. I think this free agent crop, I think, sort of lacks the big headliner, right? Like, there's no Juan Soto, there's no Shohei Ohtani, obviously, but it's really deep in power hitters.
Yep.
Tony, you mentioned a couple with Kyle Schwarber and Pete Alonso, and I think it's really deep in starting pitching. And I think that's a good thing for the Padres because, look, I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, but they need starting pitching. I think that's going to be their number 1, 2, and 3 priority going into this offseason. I will be interested to learn if, and maybe AJ Preller could answer this at the GM meetings next week, if Mason Miller or Adrian Morejon are going to transition into the rotation in order to make up for some of that. I don't know. But with Yu Darvish not pitching next year, recovering from UCL surgery, Joe Musgrove coming back from Tommy John surgery, a lot of other unproven guys in that rotation outside of Nick Pivetta, they need to go after starting pitching. And, luckily for them, the free agent market is replete with starting pitching. The question with them is going to be, though, how much money do they have to spend?
Alden Gonzalez, fantastic insight as always. I got a couple minutes left, if you don't mind me stealing it, because you said 1, 2, 3 on the starting pitching, but I think a lot of fans think number 4 then would be a power hitter, either DH or first base, and let's just say Alonso and Schwarber. Now, first of all, we on this, but I think we love Schwarber, and we've seen him hit so many titanic blasts at Petco Park that we don't worry about him being able to hit in this ballpark. I looked up Pete Alonso, though, Alden, and I don't know if you gone this deep on it, but he's had 66 at-bats at Petco Park, and he's had 1 home run here, and he's hit 182. Does that ever factor into, like, if the Padres were close with Pete Alonso, would they, you know what I mean? Could that turn the tide? And do you think Schwarber would have any interest in coming to the West Coast if that were, the way the Padres could afford to go?
Well, I'll answer the Schwarber question first. I think any team that's trying to get Kyle Schwarber is going to have to outbid Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies because I think they might retool that lineup in other ways, trading Nick Castellanos, maybe trading Alec Boehm. They might get a new catcher because JT Realmuto is obviously up there in age. but Kyle Schwarber has proven to be such an integral part of that group
Yeah.
that I would think that they're going to be really motivated to bring him back. So I think that's going to be an uphill climb for everybody else. In terms of Pete Alonso, I mean, look, those types of numbers are relevant when you're talking about a place like Petco Park, where you have seen hitters go there and struggle. And there is a certain type of hitter who can thrive well at Petco Park and certain types of hitters who can't. But look, I mean, Pete Alonso has proven not only that he's one of the game's most prodigious power hitters, but that he's also somebody who, like Manny Machado, he posts. He doesn't miss time. He plays every day. And so it's been tough to see that the industry hasn't really treated him as such. I would think he would have gotten more love, but just like power hitting first basemen are just sort of have fallen out of favor for whatever reason. But I will say, in terms of the Padres, for me, it keeps going back to how much money do they have to work with.
Yeah.
Pete Alonso's looking for a 5-year contract. Okay. And that's going to be a 5-year contract that's going to be with an AAV of, just spitballing here, $25 to $30 million annually. Yeah. So when you have Machado tied long term, and Tatis and Xander Bogaerts, like that makes those deals really, really difficult. Unless you're going to elevate to Peter Seidler territory before he passed.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening because their other assets are not really movable, right? Unless you're trading Tatis, which obviously I don't see happening. Yeah. So I don't see how they make room in the budget for somebody like that unless it's on a 1 to 2 year deal. And given how last offseason went for him, I don't see Pete Alonso settling for another 1 to 2 year deal.
I like the fact that Alden Gonzalez is really smart and really informative. I just don't like what you were smart and informative about today. Because I was really feeling, a little hopeful that maybe we could steal Schwarber or something. But
I could lie to you if you'd like.
No, I don't. Exactly. I love it, man. No, I don't want you to, but yeah, it's the reality. It's the reality. We'll see where it goes. Thanks so much again. Thanks, as always, Alden. We'll see you down the road.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All guests on 97.3 The Fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Excellent job there, my friend. Nice
Thank
work.
I promise, guys, I'll try to, have a better performance tomorrow.
Well, start practicing here on this.
No.
Do a little workout.
No, you don't want to practice today.
No.
Tomorrow you'll start.
Tomorrow I'll start being a good board op.
Okay.
What do you think about what Alden said? That Schwarber going to stay with the Phillies, and honestly, Pete Alonso would be a long shot given the Padres situation.
I would say that seems correct because we don't know anything yet. Like we don't know. I thought the Kyle Schwarber thing would be tough because David Dombrowski's. It's gonna be tough to you're gonna have to outbid him, as you said, and so that number could climb.
Everybody, donate.
Can we go fund me?
Just get like an NIL.
Get Schwarber. I want just 1 year of Schwarber on our squad.
It would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. All right, the Chronicles next. We'll be back tomorrow. Short show. Gwynn and Chris. Have a good night.